Chris and Jeff back. Blabbin' about slabbin'. Every Thursday's a spot. Blabbin' about slabbin'. SSP cards that we've got. Tune in now, don't be late. Baseball cards, it's worth the wait. Chris and Jeff, they got the scoop.
What's up, everybody? I see M. Parsons trolling us already.
The best
Whew. We need a little recovery time from the National.
Yeah, and if you saw my Instagram story today, I'm dog sitting 2 pug puppies along with Jelly, while my wife trolls us from a luxury suite at the Dodger game, Jeff. So I got my hands full over here.
I should have known. So she's off the premises.
Off the premises. It's just me and 3 untrainable, ungovernable dogs. Whew.
Oh man. Thank you, Staley. Staley is one of the amazing members of the Blabbin community that we met. Chris, look what I'm sporting. I'm sporting this sweet
nice.
jersey from another member, Jeff. Thank you for this, Canes Lance. Sadly, we didn't get to meet him. I thought he was going to be at the Spitball and Gathering, but he left us some gifts with Teapot at the Market Movers booth, including this sweet Made jersey. It's got a little Day of the Dead vibe to it.
That thing is very cool. I'm concerned a little bit about the gift he left me, Jeff. I'm a little bit nervous about it because I know I didn't buy it, but what does it mean that I now own it? He gave me this amazing Spencer Schwellenbach Stadium Club rookie auto. I'm concerned that I might have just set his rehab back another month just by holding this card. But Canes Lance or Bugenhagen, whatever you know him by, thank you very much. I love this shot. October Ready. Who doesn't want to sign their rookie card with a postseason reference on it, Jeff?
We got so many cool things from meeting people at the National. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. It was overwhelming. I saw somebody early in the comments talked about it being overstimulating. Yes, that was definitely the case. Doc's card says get rid of it ASAP.
I mean, what could go wrong now?
We'll definitely get into this. Chris, if you noticed, I'm on location.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in my parents' backyard in Wisconsin, so you might hear some, I don't know, wildlife.
Oh,
The occasional
I always
biking by, screaming. So, just so you know.
All right. But yeah, this was Jeff's first national, and this is my second, and there were more people there. I felt like than there were last year. It definitely seemed like it was bigger.
That's what everybody's saying. It's hard for me to compare since it's the only one I've been to, but it was enormous. And people asked me to compare it to the West Coast Card Show, and it's a little different because of the way the building is set up. You can't see everything at the National. It's in kind of separate rooms, separate areas. There's an upstairs. So it's undoubtedly the biggest show I've ever been to. It's a little deceiving because you can't see everything. People are talking about a bigger building. I think McCormick Place downtown is a bigger building. I wish that they would maybe consider that. Somebody else mentioned the convention centers in Vegas, which I'd love for them to come out west. I know those are much bigger. They could definitely find a bigger place if they wanted. Upstairs was a little tough.
Yeah, it was very, very tight. If you don't like bodies up against you, and I totally it's uncomfortable. I just feel constantly like there's pressure. Someone's bumping into me. I'm touching my pockets constantly, Jeff. It's a
Especially
pickpocket paradise up there.
I don't know why they chose to lay it out the way they did. And from what I understand, I was talking with Neo, and he said it was improved from last year. Last year, the spots between the
it was worse last year.
Smaller, which, I mean, I can't even imagine them being smaller because if there are two people looking at tables, you couldn't even get in between them this year. So I don't know what they did. They were supposed to fix it. They made it slightly wider. It wasn't wide enough, if you ask me, but I don't know.
Yeah, there just isn't that much space. There were more dealers up there too. It felt like, Yeah, yes, J.E. Urseth, you're right. This is my first Klesko free national. And hopefully the only Klesko free national in my lifetime. Yeah.
They told us to be better and they didn't fix it. Yeah, that's kind of seemed to be the vibe that I got upstairs, and it was a little warm. Thankfully, I was only there one day, and the day we went, Chris was right to have us go up there first before it got too crowded and before it got too hot. So that's when I visited the upstairs mostly.
Yeah, day one, when Jake and I, we took the escalator up probably around like 3:30 in the afternoon, and the sun was already just baking in those windows, and you could feel the temperature rising. To quote a song, on the way up. And it was a little rough up there.
Next Gen, another great fan of the show we got to meet. One improvement update, the app, have each vendor categorize what they sell them in the app, have these categories color-coded layers on the map. Anything to make it easier. I would like that, but I don't know. There's so many dealers that would put themselves into all different categories, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Whew. We're seeing potential breaking news here. Baseball card Brett says Gossman to the Cubs. It's starting to look like yet another trade deadline, Jeff, where the Braves don't really make a huge splash, and it looks like the Brewers are just kind of...
Well, after the Skubal fiasco, I hope the Brewers don't do anything stupid, mortggage their future. We're not going to have baseball for at least 1 year, probably 2 years. I'd rather have those young guys.
Settle down, Mr. Pessimist.
Made will be 24 in 2032 when we get baseball back, so he'll be ready to hit his prime. It's great.
Oh, nice.
Good to hear. Yes. Yeah, it was fun to meet so many of the people who join our chat and listen to the show.
I also want to point out, by the way, Timmy Two Hobbies, thank you very much for the book. I did not get a chance to read it on the plane because when you're sitting next to Jake does not sit still. It's difficult to focus on anything. He is just a constant state of motion. I've told him too, it's the worst time to be 6'5". The only bad time to be 6'5", Jeff, is when you're on an airplane. I feel like every other day of his life, it's nothing but good things because he's that tall. But stuck on that airplane, I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
But I also just want to say that last year, a lot of people were commenting on my physique, and I just want to say there were several people at the meetup, Jeff, who were probably benching comfortably 315. Timmy Two Hobbies and Celeste Dad, I looked like professional wrestlers. I watched. Poor Chuck, Celeste's dad, was just trying to talk to people, and his arms were crossed, and people were scared of the man.
Well, and they had to stand about 3 feet away because the chest arm distance was so far.
Yes, yeah. I knew his arms were big because Philmington came over and asked me who that guy was. He's like, "Have you discussed his bicep routine yet?" And I had to say that we haven't yet, but that's always a wonderful thing to see.
Totally agree with this. Skubal going to the Dodgers, and I mean, the Dodgers are making a good run, their fans, for being the most insufferable fans in baseball, especially after this trade. So I don't know. Very disappointing.
Yeah, I have 2 Dodger friends that I text with, and I'm on a text chain with them. When I sat there and watched like a 30 text exchange, like, "Oh, what do you think our rotation is going to be in the playoffs? What order should we put?" Like,
thankfully, there's a couple that have enough sense to be embarrassed by this, but most of them are just saying, "You wish you were us." But I guess they don't realize baseball actually needs a league. A league needs teams.
They do. Clifton Cards here. I have to say, when the Braves made that trade for Lane Thomas and Bailey Falter, I thought it was a great deal. Lane Thomas does one thing the Braves can't do, Jeff, which is he hits left-handed pitching. Bailey Falter can throw left-handed. I like this. They didn't give up. They're like 8th top prospect or whatever. Fine. Seemed like a great deal. Until the Dodgers, about 2 hours later, just dropped a nuclear bomb in their lap. And then it just feels
giving away absolute garbage. And there's no reason for the Tigers to have done that. Wait at least a day. It was 2 days away from the deadline. You're telling me that no other team could come up with a package better than like a one prospect and some sliced cheese?
It's a little bit better than that. But yeah, I am surprised that the Tigers didn't just draw this out and just continue making those phone calls. Like,
how do you have a 28-year-old pitcher coming off Tommy John being a top 100 prospect?
No way. River Ryan's not 28, is he?
27.
Is he?
with a 4 ERA. I mean, just I don't know. The whole thing is such garbage. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm shocked that the Braves wouldn't give up,
And
a couple of their young guys.
I don't know. The conspiracy theory is that the Tigers wanted to go to the Dodgers no matter what, so that the owners could guarantee a lockout, which wouldn't surprise me at all. I just don't know why they wouldn't want to improve their team. And all the Dodger fans say, "Well, it's only a rental. It's only a rental." But 3 months, you don't have to give up
No,
anything.
I'm shocked. Like, you guys have prospects besides Made that you could have used, and the Braves
Yes.
have. The Braves system has improved greatly this year. A couple guys really advanced. So I was surprised. I really am.
Forbidden Donuts on board with that conspiracy theory. Yeah, I'm hearing that.
I mean, I hope not. They just don't seem like they're. I don't know. Well, whatever.
Jen says,
Yeah.
doesn't help that Chuck's face says, I'm super approachable. Oh, Ron Fig entering the chat. Just Dodgers fans.
I feel like Chuck had a beer in his hand too, and just like
Just don't get it.
cracked it open with his teeth.
Yeah.
But either way, I was happy to meet him. Our spitball meetup was great. I have a couple other shout outs I want to throw out here real quick. Hold on. I saw Staley in here. Staley and Michaela, thank you very much for these 4 cards. This one gave me a little bit of apoplexy, and I didn't throw it in the trash like I really, really wanted to.
I can't believe that made it home from the bar, Chris.
Just out of pure respect for them, because they're really nice people. I haven't thrown it out yet, but for sure
Bernie
it
as
will
well.
get tossed at some point. But this Dansby Swanson, love it. And a Matt Olson parallel. I'm a big fan of this Acuna image, so I'm very appreciative.
We got some very nice things. That was very cool to get gifts.
And go ahead, Jeff.
This is my dad's can of WD-40 I'm drinking out of. Giving up on the Brewers season, so I'm just going straight WD-40.
Yeah, I mean, we all get a little stopped up from time to time, Jeff. I could see that doing the job. And I have a thank you and an apology. I wrote this down, but I somehow deleted it. A gentleman stopped me and gave me this really cool Chipper Jones SP from 2012, which I love. Look how happy he is to make the All-Star game. Oh, wait a second. I just found my note. It's Donnie's dugout. I put on the back of the slab, Jeff. Always thinking.
Donnie's dugout. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Donnie put it on there, which is very good because Chris and I are rough with names, especially when names don't go along with chat names. Let's not get into a whole payroll discussion, but no, they didn't blow everybody away. But the point is they can
guarantee the postseason every single year.
Guarantee the postseason. It doesn't matter. They can have their pitchers sit half the year. It works in every other major sport.
Yeah, it's going to eventually work in baseball, whether the players want it to or not.
It's just horrible.
Yep. All right, let me hold on real quick. Let me throw the trivia link in here. I battled 3 dogs to get this trivia done.
Get that trivia in there.
They kept insisting on liver tree questions, but I just didn't know how those would play. Whoops, that's not right.
Oh, I may make themselves villains. I think they're completely villains.
Oh, they are, and I think they're accepting it at this
Absurd.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I imagine they'll start playing the Darth Vader music when they announce their opening lineups. I mean, yeah, we should have done that. We should for next year.
Yes, absolutely. Floor and cap. Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh,
3 decades of disappointment from the Dodgers. Man,
Yeah,
even
I mean-
Dodgers fans don't really know what disappointment is, but
But yeah, I mean, honestly, enjoy it. Enjoy it because it's probably
Things are
gonna.
gonna be different.
It's yeah.
I
get
am
it.
hoping we're going to get minor league baseball next year. They have a different union, so I'm kind of hopeful because there's a lot of good minor league teams I'd like to check out.
Oh yeah. I just want to give you guys a quick little story. If you've never been to the National, I know it looks like a lot of us in the crowds have been. I highly encourage you to go. Jeff, do you expect, if you're able to get there, would you like to go back next year?
Yes, but with a caveat. I'd like to go back next year, but the card show itself wasn't the greatest for me. The thing I enjoyed the most about the card show, besides the people, I'll get into that in a minute, was seeing the big auction places, actually, like Heritage. Heritage had a huge Star Wars exhibit,
Oh, yeah.
some incredible cards, seeing the Mickey Mantle, Honus Wagner cards. The Gaudy Ruth, that was a PSA 9. Crazy. Seeing
Yeah,
all
that was
those in
ridiculous.
person. That was a huge highlight. But the rest of the show was a little bit difficult for me to find things to focus on. A lot of the stuff we collect, there isn't a lot there. The prices seem pretty high. So so for me, one day looking at the cards was good. I was happy with that. But I really enjoyed getting to meet the people from the chat, and the spitball and hangout at Pete's Tiki Tiki was definitely the highlight.
Yeah, it's just it's you just feel like you're a kid again. I know that sounds like weird, but so Jake and I we have a little routine. Jeff is usually in Wisconsin at this point, so Jake and I go to the airport together, have a couple of cocktails, and then we fly out. This year we had that was accompanied by a 7-hour flight delay, which kind of put a crimp in our sleeping plans for the rest of the trip. But we met a gentleman, I believe his name was Jamie, also on our flight going to the National. And after we got delayed and they said it was going to be at least an hour, which obviously was a lie, we found this like little quiet spot around the gates, and we literally sat on the ground, and everyone just took baseball cards out, and we sat there looking at each other's baseball cards for like an hour. So I described to my wife as maybe like it was fun, and anyone looking would have been like, "Oh my god, look at these nerds," which is completely fine. But it was
Yes.
just I literally felt like I was at summer camp or something, and I sat down with like a new friend, and I'm like, "Oh, you have that card? Well, here's this card." It was really fun.
It seemed to carry forward through the whole weekend. Just the sense of wonder, the sense of getting people finding cards that they wanted. A lot of times with trades with other people, not necessarily through buying at the show.
Oh, SFO,
Um,
it would be fun to do an off site Blabbin trade night.
in case we need any more reason to be upset with the Dodgers, somebody's talking about the Dodger ownership. Yes, they're under federal investigation for bad financial dealings. It's just, yeah, the hits just keep coming for those Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine most owners, Jeff, have probably committed some level of of
And
financial
most of them
fraud.
avoid federal investigation, at least.
True. So people were asking about the
What I
prices.
heard.
Yeah, privately, yeah, there were definitely. I heard the trade nights were great. I heard there was some really good like collector to collector deals that went down for the big name stuff. Like say for Otani, like no dealer at that show, Jeff, wanted to sell a card for X and then have a week later a comp be X plus $5. Like there were some crazy Otani asking prices, and I get it. Like when you just see sales continue to go up, do you really want to match the last comp, or do you want to try to set a new comp? So on those, it's frustrating, but that's basically where we are, in the hobby. So I bought 2 cards, and I found the 2 dealers I spoke with and dealt with were extremely reasonable. The first one I got was this guy, and if it looks familiar, it's because I bought it at a card show before. This was marked at $1,400 at a dealer table, and there's 2 sales of it in the last 6 months, Jeff. One for $1,400, and the other one for about $800, which had a scratch on it, which all of these do anyway. So I talked to the first person at the table I talked to, did not know what this card was, which is always a good sign. He took a picture of it and tried to like card ladder it. Didn't work. He's like, I don't know what this is, which I thought was great. So I made him an offer, and then he went to the other guy who actually knew what the card was. The guy came over, and we ended up agreeing at $1,000 cash, which it's a lot of money, but I thought that guy was very reasonable. And I was excited just to see that sitting there.
Yeah, seems reasonable. When did you get your other one?
Oh, like 2 hours later.
No, the other
Oh,
Otani.
at the West Coast, the last Anaheim West Coast card show. I bought it like an hour before. You got there a little after us. Like I bought it like an hour or so before you got there. So last summer.
Yeah,
A year ago.
August.
So and then Jake, by the way, huge shout out to Short Print a Day. Eyes of a goddamn eagle, Jeff. Was like, hey, there's a Freddie Freeman card over here you probably want to see. And it's a Freddie Freeman card I've only seen one time before, Jeff. And it was it's this heritage throwback from 2014.
Yeah, that's
Which
sweet.
if there was a Freddie Freeman card Jeff wanted to buy on his own, it probably would be this one.
It
But
would
this
be,
card-
but I'm glad
yeah.
you found it. I'll get
Yeah.
the next one.
This card was great. It was priced at $600. We agreed on $550, which seemed completely reasonable to me. Yeah. So there were other times, obviously, where we were looking at stuff and the prices were just not going to happen. But for those 2 cards, I think they worked out really well. I was happy. Dealers were happy. Yeah, you're right. M. Plummerman, he just looks down over everyone else.
I'll show the only card I bought, and I didn't even really buy it. Chris bought it for me before I got there. It is this Bo Jackson. As a kid, I always wanted this card. He's in his Auburn football uniform with the bat pointing from Classic. So this is my national purchase and memory. So thanks, Chris.
Yeah. That card is awesome. That card is, again, takes us back to childhood, and we've seen it for sale before, but always for like $100+.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the card. I was like $20. Here's $20, and the deal was done in like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you didn't want that, I would have just kept it.
Yeah, it's really cool. So and
Yeah.
I know there was a ton of 90s stuff there. That's way out of my sphere of knowledge, but there were some amazing cards. There was a table that had like a Griffey Pop 1 for $75K, a bunch of Bonds autos, $20,000, $10,000, just crazy prices, but the cards looked amazing. The thing is, I just don't know the difference between any of those.
Yep, absolutely. There were people we met at the show that I didn't know were going to be there. People I've talked to online for years, like Kava Cards is a guy, and he came to the show with, I guess, 2 goals. He was looking for 2 specific 90s cards, and he walked out the door with both of them, Jeff. So that was exciting. And he admitted for one he had to overpay, but he said he missed it before and he wasn't going to leave the show without it. So,
well, yeah, that's good to hear. That's good to hear that some people are able to find exactly what they're looking for. And I think somebody had commented earlier, or maybe it was last week, about like if you see something that you might not see again, you better just snatch it up, even if it seems to be priced high.
yeah, it's just I really yeah, he was a really fun guy. I don't know what people look like, obviously, but he was. I went up to a case and I was looking at cards, and I heard right to my left a large trade negotiation was going down that was getting like really expensive, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of cool. And it was all 90s stuff, and I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know what any of these cards are, but but this is kind of fun to watch. And the guy doing the negotiating just turned to me and goes, "Oh, hey, Chris, I'm Steven. Nice to meet you, Kava Cards," and then just turned right back and continued negotiating this like high dollar deal. And I'm just like, what? How is he able to do these 2 things at once, Jeff?
Well, nice of him to recognize you.
I have to stop chewing gum to go to the bathroom, and somehow this guy can handle
Speaking of going to the bathroom, HB Card says the link isn't working. Anybody else getting in? Are people making their way in?
All right, hold on. Let me take a look. It's possible I just copied it wrong. Yeah, I see 12 people are in there.
Staley saw that deal too. Okay, so some people are getting in. HB, try it again. This is a good question from ATL Jeff Black, and it was something I was thinking about for a lot of the show. Oh, Thick Boy's echoing the question. Never been to the National. Did you feel almost an obligation to buy something the first time you went? And if you did, has that changed because you've been multiple times now? So answer that one, Chris, since you are the one who has been multiple times.
That is a fantastic question. Phil and I actually discussed this in our pre-national Patreon video, Jeff. I thought it's important to tell yourself a million times over and over and over again, we don't have to buy something just because we're here. I definitely not. In fact, at last year's national, I bought absolutely nothing until I was at the airport bar about ready to fly home. And anyway, neither here nor there, that was like a connection I made at the show. But no. Definitely I did not feel obligated to buy anything. Like, main reason I was there, as Jeff We've been, is to meet people and talk to people and see people. So to find a couple of like kind of rare SSP type cards that I love, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was thinking about that, and I did feel kind of an obligation. Like, I want to get something. If I have to pay a little more, I'm going to do it. And then I found some really cool Brewer cards that would be PC cards. There was a table that had some nice Yelich patches, a couple really nice ones. But then looking at the prices, I just couldn't justify it. And I don't know, I think it may be because I already had this card, because I'll always have this card as a memory of my first national. I think this helped a little bit, even just psychologically, that, okay, I have something, I don't need to extend myself. There were a couple cool Cheerio cards that I looked at as well. But in the end, I just thought that I would rather keep the money and try to find something else rather than spending it on something just because I'm there.
Yeah, there were another thing that I was trying to tell myself over and over again was like to quote the Grinch in the Jim Carrey version, stay focused. I was trying to like stay focused on stuff I wanted. I kept seeing other cool cards. Like there was a Fred McGriff Dynasty card with a really nice Braves patch and like a good looking auto, but I didn't really need that. Like it wasn't on my list of things I was looking for. There were a couple other like kind of just cool gold refractors of players I don't really collect, but I'm like, oh, you don't really see that often. I mean, for me at least, I gotta not let myself get sidetracked, because the minute I buy that stuff and my allotted show money is gone, that's what I'm gonna find. Like the 2012 SSP or that Freddie Freeman Hope Diamond card
Yes,
is gonna pop up.
You want to tell that story?
Yeah, Staley. I mean, and I want to give more credit to Jake here, because Jake brought a certain amount of money and he needs Judge Reddings. So he was looking for 3, I think, are left for his run.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to buy anything else. And we found a seller, or 2 different sellers that had one, but with the ink was kind of faded. So they were discussing price, and I guess the seller was willing to match the current price on eBay for one that was listed. But Jake was just like, am I buying this just because I want to buy something here? Is that faded auto going to bother me like when I get home? So he used a little fortitude and managed to walk away.
Yeah, good on Jake for doing that. Yep, my WD-40 mug. Times are tough, guys. Times are tough, and it's actually a can of WD-40, so I may not make it another 15 minutes.
I just want to give another quick shout out to Staley Cards, who's in here. I mean, he's younger than us, Jeff, but much like Jake, he seems to see everything.
Yeah. And
he was really great at sending me pictures of stuff that he had seen at the show. And one of the things he actually found was a Hope Diamond Freddie Freeman. So, we went to their booth pretty early on, and he took me to where the table was. And amazingly, the guy had just sold it, like within an hour or so. So I just missed it, which was okay, because that's a card I probably would have been obligated to just buy, because I don't know when I'll ever see it again. Within a half an hour, Scotty B Cards was showing me some 90s cards. This guy comes up to me and it's like, Chris, hey, I introduced himself. We were chatting. He's like, I came over because I want to show you a card I just got that I know you'll really appreciate. And he had the Hope Diamond Freddie Freeman. So I got to see it either way. But
yeah, you got to see it. Maybe it was meant to be. Maybe you need that money for something else.
We'll find out.
Maybe and Staley giving a shout out to Michaela.
Okay. Maybe it was Michaela.
This is awesome. As a Rutgers collector, I got a Grail card at the National, a Fans of the Game James Gandolfini auto from 2004 Donruss, Rutgers grad. Very cool. I'm guessing because 2004 Donruss, that's not a card you see a lot, so that's probably a tough card to find, and that's a great way to remember your national trip.
Yeah, Jeff, I highly doubt James Gandolfini assigned a lot of cards for that set. He doesn't seem like someone who was interested in sitting down with a pen and rattling off some parallels,
Yeah, and sadly that he's no longer with us, we won't be getting more and more of those. Stewie, yes. This relates to something that I wanted to bring up, and I was telling Chris and even Jake, you get a little numb because you're walking down these aisles and you're seeing every table has Mickey Mantle autographs and Hank Aaron autographs and cases full of Fleer MJs. And you get a little numb to it. And I just can't believe some of the value of some of these cases, Chris. Value of millions of dollars just in individual cases up and down the rows everywhere.
What?
So it's humbling in one way. And it's also a little overwhelming to think about anything besides what we collect, whether it's 90s or vintage. Somebody had earlier mentioned talking about finding vintage cards and finding the right eye appeal cards. And yeah, that's great because you can there's like 20 1910 Ty Cobbs in the room, and you can try to compare them all and find the right price. So I would imagine that for those people looking for very specific cards that are high end, the National's a great place to go because you can kind of compare them all. But it just seemed really overwhelming to me and makes me get anxious about even thinking about anything related to going into basketball or vintage cards or even 90s cards.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yount fan here. There was a couple spots there where there was a lot of like live breaking and people with microphones trying to like give away packs and repacks, and it just cringed. You just kind of put your head down and try to get through that stuff. There's guys like just yelling into cameras constantly. I feel like there's two places, Jeff, where people on camera are getting particularly annoying: baseball card shows and the gym. And I almost feel like baseball card shows have passed it. I think they have now become the most annoying place for people to be on camera.
And two great places to have your headphones in. I think
Absolutely, yeah.
the takeover of Whatnot, just everywhere you look, these giant Whatnot banners. There was like a casino type Whatnot whole section that was a little tough to avoid even just to get around. But I guess they're really trying to pull the kids in, and also I guess there were a lot of giveaways from what I understand too,
I think comparing it to a casino is pretty accurate there, Jeff.
in more ways than one. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely trying to pull kids in. I mean, they may as well be advertising free like fruit flavored vapes at this point. Like it's just a little
Yes.
bit it's a little bit crazy in there.
It is, yes, and free credit card access. I could never be a dealer at that scale. Carlos says it would freak me out to have hundreds of thousands of dollars on my table. Yes, and I'm sure there's some element of this is a great place to show off your collection as well, but I would be really nervous too. We've seen some videos of people stealing cards. You see that video of that kid with his dad, and the dad takes the card out of the case. I think Ty put it on his Instagram. The dad takes it out of the case, gives it to the kid, and they walk away, and it just is infuriating and heartbreaking. And seeing that kind of thing go on, hearing about people after the show being accosted for their cards, it just would make me nervous. So I do think that they need to do something to up the security a little bit.
I will say, Trent, Jet Breakers Trent, posted a video on yesterday, I think, of someone actually getting for taking stuff off a table and didn't get very far. So there are a lot of people looking, but people can still steal things.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people with cameras, and that's why the camera caught this guy, but I guess he was long gone by then. But yeah, we saw a lot of tables with cameras trying to do everything. Yeah.
Yeah, John Mayer. What possibly could go wrong? Yeah, for us especially, and honestly, there was some I expected, and this sounds bad. I expected to see more crazy Otani stuff. I felt like, Jeff, the only place we really saw the really impressive Otani cards were at some of the auction houses were showing some of the stuff that's going to be going up. But I didn't see. I think there was one.
Otani.
Oh, of course, SP Otani collector with his oranges and that run of or all those Bowman Chrome refractors he had.
That was his table was ridiculous, but yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, I was expecting. Yeah. There was a PSA 10 blue auto hitting that was some guy had in his case, and it was just like make offers. So I mean, I get it. Yeah, I bet the kid was the mastermind, Doc's cards. But yeah, it was just, and there is a nerve-wracking thing. Like we brought some pretty nice cards with us. Like two of our very best cards were in my possession for like 3 days, and that's especially when you're upstairs and guys are bumping into you. I mean, I had it like well secured, but still, you just never know. And I
Yeah, you hate that you even have to think about that, and that's yet another reason they need to make more room up there, because just any way to limit these opportunities for things to go wrong would be helpful.
We've said it before, but I just want to say the smartest place, of course, yeah. It is endless amounts of fun at the Spitball meetup. If people would come up to us and be like, "Hey, I'm XYZ on Instagram, and I just want to show you a card I got today," and it's usually something awesome that we didn't see, and we're like, "Oh, that's really great," but inside we're like, "Oh, damn, I wish we bought it." That whole thing was just amazing, and it just kept happening and kept happening. Do you remember there was a guy there, and my names, as you know, Jeff.
Apologies in advance, guys. Just trying to keep these names straight. It's not our strong suit after that full day.
Yeah, especially when people just kept bringing me cocktails too. That doesn't help the memory bank get secured. But this gentleman was like, "I wanted to show you guys the Shohei Ohtani auto that I got today." I think he pulled it and he got the grade today.
Yeah.
And it was like a finest from last year, I think, in a PSA 10 with a beautiful auto. And he's like holding it, hold on, let me get another slab out here to show you what I mean. So he's holding it, not that. Let's get this. All right. So he's holding it like this in his hand, okay? And then the slabs are kind of like this. And the slab underneath the Ohtani was a PSA 5 Hank Aaron rookie.
Rookie, yeah. He's like, "Oh no, I didn't mean to show you that. I just wanted to show you that." I'm like,
yeah. Like, what are we talking about this Ohtani for? Like, I thought that was really funny. So even like people's like second and third best cards they had with them were incredible to see.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun getting to see people's pickups from the show, and some people only had their pictures on their phones and were showing us. That was great. I don't know. It was a little, and maybe the people had more success that were there multiple days because they were able to take it all in and really think about their purchases. Uh, I don't know. Otherwise, I know there were some people that just literally flew in for one day
Yeah.
and then flew home the next day.
It's a lot. Like the West Coast Card Show is huge. You go into like an area of the National, and in an hour you'll look at 40 tables, and you'll probably take in 2,000 cards in your head that you've seen, and then you realize that was 10% of the show,
Yeah.
and you're not even. And you have to just like by the end of that first day, my eyes were legitimately shot. Like my wife sent me a text, like I can't read this. Like I can't look down at any more. I can't see anything else. It was just
Yeah.
it's so much.
And not to mention, like you're hunched over looking at them,
Yeah.
you're trying to reach around, then you're like, oh, your neck, your feet, being on your feet that long, and makes you appreciate the places that had carpet in there.
Yes.
Occasionally. Yeah.
Pardon Jeff's friend. But yeah. We were talking about like a need to buy something. Cardboard Showcase was there. This was his first national, and crazy. I didn't even get a chance to really chat with him at the meetup. I think he was there for like 4 hours, but every time I got close, I ended up getting waylaid. But I've spoken to him quite a bit since. And to answer, someone was talking about a feeling a need to buy something. He actually didn't buy anything while he was there. He was there for almost 3 full days. Yeah, that's funny. But he sold some stuff, and I wanted to give him a congratulatory shout out as well, Jeff. Hold on, let me find it. There it is.
Yeah, what about the Acuna finest bat down super auto that we saw?
Oh, right? Yeah, that amazingly.
It walked up to your table, right?
Yes. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. And I was going to mention that wasn't even the coolest card you brought to the the Spitball
The
meetup. I
meetup.
still don't know where that other case came from. Like I felt like I was watching some sleight of hand, and this brick of a case comes out with an Ohtani rookie auto to 5.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Cardboard Showcase brought this card with him to the National, and graded it with PSA while there, and actually got it back
Ho!
and gemmed it.
Congrats.
So
Mike
congratulations.
knows
That's-
what it's like, just like us. He's been kicked in the nuts recently with his PSA subs, so congrats on this. This has to feel good.
Yes, if anyone deserved a great PSA return at the National, it's definitely Mike after that 50 card sub he got back, or no, maybe it's higher than that. But this card is amazing. These are going to be, I imagine these will be tough gems with all the gold on the back, but
Yeah.
very, very cool to see. At SP Ohtani Collector, did you sell any of those Bowman refractors on the last 2 days of the show? I'm just curious, like what kind of interest they were
Good question.
getting. I mean, I wish I could go back in time, buy them all last year, Jeff, but maybe we should have bought them all this year.
The National is probably not the place for you, given this description. It is a little much. It's a little much.
Yeah, it's alarming. Like it is, and I can't tell you how many times I would look up and it's like it just you can't see the end of the bill of the room. Like you realize it's probably, I don't know, 20 football fields. That's too much. 15 football fields, Jeff.
It's so hard to tell because it's so spread out.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, spread out in different areas.
Yes.
Wow. 11 of the 12 have gemmed.
Oh wow. Well,
Maybe somebody's got a soft spot in their heart for that one, Mike.
I don't know, but that's amazing. You're obviously going to have to get the chrome one now to match, since it looks like they were taken about maybe a minute apart.
Zach wants to know how long you waited in line, Cardboard Showcase. The lines were very interesting for PSA as the weekend went. I know when Neo first showed his day 1 video, the line was out the door and around the corner. Chris, by the time you went on Thursday, the line was much more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and by the time I got in that line, Jeff, they'd already shut down the lowest level of PSA grading. Oh,
Traded one for a Dynasty Patch auto. I'm guessing a Dynasty Patch auto of Ohtani.
I think so. I'd do that in a heartbeat, given that you have a nice stack of of refractors left to go. But yeah, by the time I got there Thursday, they'd shut down the cheapest level, and we had our paperwork filled out for the one attempted card we were going to work on. And I just the line. I was through it in about 10 minutes.
Curator wants to know about our crossover experience. Do we want to talk about it, or do we want to do a video? What do we want to do?
I don't know. We are. I mean, yeah, we attempted to cross over. Well, here I can. I have
All
it right
here
here.
you go. Here it is.
Yeah. So we attempted to cross over this guy.
We did.
Our Bowman Chrome Blue, which is a BGS 9, which is 0.5 away from 9.5.
0.5 away from the gem. Yeah.
Yeah. So we requested minimum grade 9, and we've looked this thing over. It's got a 9 on surface. There's a dimple on the front, and it's got a 9 on centering, and you can see it's a little bit off left to right. So
right, which we have to say we've seen worse centered Bowman Chrome Otani's gem. Lately, they haven't been gemming. We had no problem. We didn't need a 10 on it.
Nope.
But they wouldn't even give us a 9.
Nope. They wouldn't give us a 9. We got the old do not holder. And what was especially frustrating is the grader notes they gave us just cited the dimple. They were like, nope, dimple on the front, like front upper right.
And no time in the history of PSA has a dimple been excluding to get a PSA 9.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating. $700, $699 actually, no tax, for the look. Nothing. And then they have the nerve, Chris, to send me the notice. Your grade is done. You open up the PSA app. You get all the confetti. You click to grade reveal. Sorry, no grade.
Yeah, right? I mean, they have to get rid of the confetti on that first page. It's so misleading.
You can't have the confetti if you're going to screw somebody over like that.
Right?
That's bad.
But yeah, I can't help but think that the person grading it thought it had to be a 10 to cross.
You really wonder. Yeah.
Either way, I think they were just suckering a lot of people. They did a $700 first look. So if you had high-end cards like that would normally cost like $4,000 or $3,500 to have them check it or have them attempt to cross it over, they'll just charge you $700 at the National, and then you pay the balance if it crosses. So either way, that was $700.
Royally cheesed. I've got 3 Giannis rookies, PSA 10s in PSA holders, PSA 10s that have dimples. So you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
it's
very frustrating.
It was
yeah.
not a great way. So I guess actually this did cost me $20, but I did spend another $700 at the show, or between Chris and I, we spent another $700. So maybe I'll just say this cost me $370 for this.
That sounds better. I don't know. That's like a better way to spend the money, actually.
Yeah,
and that dealer was really cool. So I would much rather have given him $700 for that car.
Right.
Yep.
Some excellent comments in the comments. Yes. Black confetti. Okay, I could deal with that at least. You know. Doc, you're right. It's an absurd thing.
Yeah, it's dumb. Maybe they should do like a horn or something. Like a
wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, but Cardboard Showcase. All right, PSA thinks that Tiny Gold Mirror is over 10K in a PSA 10. So 11 of the 12 gemmed because they could upcharge you to the $10,000 level, which is another. Grading is just so dumb, Chris.
Not the Horn of Gondor Doc's cards. That would only get me more fired up. That's a. Yeah. But anyway, so that was definitely a shame. But we did not allow that to soil our entire experience at the National, I don't think.
No.
Although we were pretty salty about it, but
especially in the moment, it hit pretty hard. But then PSA proceeded to screw a lot of other people over. In fact, some people that sub cards at really high levels that were told by the end of the day, all of a sudden got emails that said maybe by tomorrow. Then all of a sudden it was by the end of the show. And like, for instance, if that happened to us, Chris, we weren't there Sunday.
Yep.
So you wouldn't have got it by the end of the show, and you would have had to wait till they mailed it out to you. It just PSA knows how many cards they can grade over a certain number of times. So the fact that they took that many cards in, it was very poor planning on PSA.
Yeah, and I would like Neo posted a really great reel of the line on Wednesday, which was hundreds of people long for PSA. So I mean, they knew for Wednesday that they probably needed help to keep up with the demand, and I don't think they brought more people in after Wednesday. I know they brought in extra people more than last year, but
yeah, and the setup was good. When I went to pick up the card, it only took about 10 minutes to get the card back. It's funny because I got to tell a story. Yeah, no card slippage anymore. I've seen this, although for somebody, the tape actually went onto the card. They taped the card, so they taped the top loader, but it also taped the top of the card. So they still have some work to do. But funny story. So I go back to pick up the card. Chris is waiting to meet Phil. I said, I'll just go get it. So I went to PSA to get it, and they brought out the box. And just for a fleeting moment, I had a thought that maybe there was some error, and they did cross it over, and I just kind of opened the box, peeking in, thinking it might be a PSA 10, and it wasn't. And then when I got back to Chris, over by Chris and Phil, I handed him the box, and Chris is like, well, maybe they just gave us a PSA 10 anyway. So he thought the same thing I did, looked in there, and yeah, it was not.
Yeah, it's the hope that kills you, Jeff. It always is. And we just keep convincing ourselves, Oh, well.
Ooh, I could get behind this sound when you open it. Yeah, the toilet flushing sound. Go to your PSA app, you open up the app, you get the flush. A figment of your imagination, Professor. No, it was great to meet you. Thanks for stopping us. And it was fun. Who did we see right before? Oh, Trading Card Finds we also saw right before he left. We ran into a lot of people. Yeah, Reds Collector. Yeah. I know, we're asking for it.
Of course. We're dumb enough to play the game.
I did see this. I saw a very angry post about a guy dropping off these Jordan auto cards. Yeah.
Yes, I saw that one too. That they did not provide the service that they promised him at that level, and that's crazy. Yeah, you would think that not all these cards getting dropped off are at that level. I would think a $500,000 Michael Jordan card, Jeff, would get, same day treatment.
Some preferred treatment. Yeah, like right up there. All right, Stewie with a question. Anything that seemed hot that surprised you or vice versa, expected everyone asking about, but in fact not so in high demand, Chris?
So we heard this about Fanatics Fest. I would say it again about the National, and that is Aaron Judge was not even whispered at the show. Like, zero heat, zero interest. We talked to a couple dealers that had nice cards, and they said not a single offer. We didn't see a ton of Aaron Judge either. But what was there, no one seemed remotely interested in, which is surprising.
And even less Juan Soto. The one thing I kept hearing from people, Chris and I aren't into football, but we rarely heard about football quarterbacks. Usually this time of year, it's a very football rookie quarterback or second-year quarterback, hot quarterback time. And everybody that we saw that was talking about football, it was all about Brady and Peyton Manning, the GOATs. So that transition into the greatest football players, greatest basketball players, baseball players seems to be in full effect.
Yeah, definitely. And maybe like all those people that went high into some of those quarterbacks that did not work out, Jeff. Maybe that taught a lesson in a way. I don't know. Yeah, I didn't see a lot of Ben Rice.
Yeah, Professor, they could definitely offer a better package. Whether they did or were willing to, we won't know. And again, I don't know why the Tigers didn't wait until the last minute. That seems very strange.
Yeah. I will say I saw some. There were more SSPs this year than I saw last year, if that makes sense. If you're an image variation guy, some of the highlights of ones that I saw, there was one Ohtani Chrome with the champagne bottle. That guy had it like almost chained down, and it just wrote last sale was $9,000 plus, make offers. So I think it's a little bit nuts because most of them have sold for a few $1,000s less than that.
4, 5, 6, yeah.
Yes, there was one Roman Anthony Topps Chrome SSP, which I did not buy. I was tempted to pick up another one though. I do still believe in him. There was a very cool one copy of the Ellie De La Cruz Chrome SSP where he's holding the horns. I really, really like that card. One dealer had 2 Bobby Witt update SSPs. I saw a copy of the Ichiro Julio Rodriguez card. But there was, those seem to be, I think, Jeff, getting a little bit more attention, than they used to, which I like.
Yeah, that's nice to see a little more out there. I saw a couple Heritage throwbacks, not a lot. We saw where Jake bought that SSP. Was that an Abreu? Was that the Abreu?
Yes. Yeah.
What White Sox? Yeah.
Yeah, the Jose Abreu throwback card. Yeah,
Heritage
same guy.
throwback. Yeah. A lot of talk about soccer. Thanks for checking in from Australia. A lot of soccer was going on. There's been even more talk about that. Teapot's been saying that he thinks that's the next big market. We met a couple collectors who actually, Chris, said they used some of our baseball strategies to go after soccer cards, thinking that that market's about 3 years behind the baseball market. So,
Yes, we met a really cool Irish dude that was talking about that. I like that guy a lot. And I thought I thought there might be a fight. Oh, that's right. I thought there might be a fight, Jeff, when someone said, "Oh, are you from England?" I was like, "Oh boy," like, I'm backing away. I am backing away.
Did that Miz SSP sell? I was wondering about that.
Yeah, that was cool to see in person.
That card got hot.
Yeah, you should have bought one of those in like March. Jacob Fain here, 100% correct. I don't think Teapot made the show on Saturday. Certainly, it would not have been before at least noon.
I have to say, though, we were surprised to get a text from him at some point in the morning because I thought he'd be in rough shape after Tiki. I do recall him saying that was his only morning off at the show, so he took advantage of it that night for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
But also, Chris, we have to say we kind of lost him, and we're waiting for him, and then we got a text from him saying he was already back in his hotel.
Yeah, he Irish goodbye'd us pretty hard, which I understand. I have to say also, Filmington, last year at the meetup, he was dealing with a stomach problem, and Jeff wasn't there, and Ty wasn't there. So this is the first year all five of us were able to get together, and it was really, really fun. We have a couple pictures of all five of us, which is nice, and it was also really great to see Filmington just go hard, we'll say.
Yeah, and I have to say it was the first time that I've met Ty in person, which is crazy.
Yep.
And Scotty B, the first time I met those guys in person after working with them and seeing them hundreds of hours on YouTube. It was fun to be in the same room.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. All right. What do we got? We've almost been an hour.
Yeah.
Let me throw the trivia link in there one more time. What do you want to go for? You want me to try the Baldwins, or do you have something? You probably don't have anything with you, do you?
I don't. Let's.
All right. In honor of Drake Baldwin and the fact that I think he's better off if I get these cards out of my house, I have a nice little rookie package of Drake Baldwin here. We have his X Fractor, a Fortune 15 insert, and a Stadium Club card. So that's a little Drake Baldwin rookie package. And if someone wins and they hate the Braves, we'll figure out something else.
Yeah, if shipping wasn't an issue, I'd tell you what the prize would be. This thing. Look at this beauty. Sealed 1989 tops in this year's of installment, what I found in my parents' basement. Remember, every Christmas I would get one of these.
Oh, yeah.
And sometimes I would keep it sealed. I think it still has the Target price tag on there, $22.99. But it would cost more than the price it's worth to ship it. So,
for sure, yeah, Michaela, it's possible he was just texting us from the bushes. I don't know. I stopped looking for him after that. I just assumed he was fine. I did want to point out before we get trivia going, people were asking about prices. There was some cool, like, older wax that was there. Mm-hmm. And including a gentleman had 4 boxes of 1989 tops, like unopened wax boxes. And I was like, oh, man, like that'd be really fun to take to the Spitball meetup and just rip and kind of talk about the cards. I believe, Jeff, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they were like $70 to $75 a box.
And up. Yeah, it was a lot. And there were people with stacks of 88 Donruss boxes and 89 score. And Chris and I just thought, what are they bringing here? Chris said it's costing you more in gas to haul that stuff than you could actually sell it for.
Yeah, the weight, the fuel cost to carry those bricked late 80s sets around, it cannot be offset by their value. So I was very curious about that. Yeah,
this is great. That's what it should be. Yeah.
Yep. I love that design too. I'm sure those look great in a binder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody's interested in the sealed one, make an offer.
Yeah, I'm sure those PSA 10 base cards are probably, taking off right now.
Yeah. Congrats to Jake on a Stadium Club hobby box find. Yeah, there were some Stadium Club boxes. Who bought? All right, you're probably in the chat. I can't remember who bought the 2018 box. Remember, he found a 2018 Stadium Club box. He bought it for $1,400.
Oh yeah, that was Pack Fresh. Is that right? Hold on. I think that's right.
my mind is melted after this week. But that was cool. I would love to have a box of that for the collection. He's not going to open. He's going to keep it in his wax collection.
As he should. Pack Fresh Poppy is his name
Pack
on
Fresh
Instagram.
Poppy.
Don't ask me what his human name is.
Yeah. And he probably has a different name in the chat, IG. But yeah, that was a great pickup. There were a few Stadium Club boxes, not a lot. No Stadium Club Chrome boxes, right, Chris? Did you see any?
I did not see any this year. But yeah, we did. Jake and I opened that 2020 Stadium Club box at the airport bar, and I think our two autos were Marcelo, Mauricio Dubon, and Andre Munoz.
In there, the Red Sox.
No, he's actually doing really well for the Braves. So I was like,
in 2020 on the card.
I want to say the Giants.
Yes, he went from the Brewers to the Giants. That's right.
I think the Giants.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well.
Actually. Yeah, he's doing great. I really wish they hadn't spent $24 million on Ha-Seong Kim.
I'm guessing maybe this is Pack Fresh Poppy's name. Mike's just dropping it in the chat. Diego.
See, Mike strikes me as someone, Jeff, who really listens to people, takes in what they have to say, and then remembers it. Whereas I do the first two, and then it just washes away when someone hands me another Jack Daniels.
We need to collect names like Mike collects names, like he collects cards. Everybody wants Jake to be, and maybe we can have Jake as a special guest next week on. Have him come on, show what his pickups were.
He bought one card. I can show you guys what it is if you want to see it. Picked up one. Where did he put it? Okay, hold on.
He looked for a lot of judge cards, just couldn't really.
Yes, he really, like I said before, he used his willpower very, very, very well. It's difficult, and there were other judge cards, but I think he was smart to not buy the red inks that he did see because they just weren't red enough.
Yeah, the autos were a little faded.
All right,
should I add it?
Yeah, throw it up there. Yeah, so we saw this at a booth, and actually, allow me to tell a brief story here.
Great.
Because I think Staley may have seen this before Jake did.
He did.
Okay. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. So Staley pointed this out to Jake and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I forget what it was marked at. And Jake was like, oh, you don't see this very often. Like, oh, good eyes. And was like complimenting, Staley for seeing it. And Staley was like, oh, we should text SFO Sox fan and see if he wants this or needs it.
As one would do.
And we're like, that's a really good idea. We should do that. And like, I pull out my phone, and Jake was like, "I'm just gonna buy it."
Too slow.
And he just like snatched it right up, which I thought was pretty funny. He's letting it go for just a little bit more than what he paid for it, which I thought is nice here. But he's like, "You never see this in public," and he's right. Like, you just don't see a 2016 flagship SSP sitting in someone's case.
To be honest, I thought the price tag would be like $600 there.
So did I.
That's good. Good to know. Okay. That's the goal. In general, I'd say yes. Depending on the set and the card, like how dark the area is on which it's signed. Wasn't that Garrett Cole that he saw red ink that looked great?
Yes, the
Cole out of 10.
Yeah, the rookie.
Yeah,
that one looked incredibly bold. I couldn't believe it.
You're getting back up on your story, Chris. That's pretty much exactly how it went. Yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Getting back up.
Also, shout out to those of you who came up to us and told us you use our eBay link, which a lot of you did, which is awesome. Thank you. It allows me to drink my WD-40 every week. Yep. So yeah, this is our QR code for eBay. If you click on there and then buy through there, we get a percentage back, or we always have the code down in the description. So thank you to those of you who mentioned that. It is very appreciated.
Yeah, and speaking of cocktails and WD-40, Jeff, like very generally speaking, I don't mean this to sound braggishly at all, but like you and I are in decent shape, for guys in our late 40s. Like we're in pretty good shape. When I went to bed last night at home in my own bed, I was in like serious pain. Like my ankles, my feet, my right hip, and like my neck were just like incredibly sore. I felt like I played like 12 softball games when really all I'd done was walk around a
and then sit on a plane.
Yeah.
It's probably that plane that did you in. Somebody, who was it? Maybe Abel in Vegas told me that somebody gave him the tip to walk around the show in compression socks. And he did it, and it worked. And I thought, I've never thought of that or heard of that, but I know that that works for a lot of other occasions. So maybe I'll try that next year.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had like a new inserts in my shoes, which by the way, my
Yes.
shoes are just getting thrown out. Like they're done. They're never to be worn again. But yeah, I was telling my wife about this, and she was like, "Well, be honest. On a scale of like 0 to 10, like how was your nutrition intake while you were there?" It's like, like,
Oh,
what's
from 0. Okay, so -4 is out. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
0.
Yeah. She's like, "Well, that's probably it."
All right, Zach. Another endorsement, compression socks. All right, maybe we'll get Blabbin. Oh, hear the Harley going by. Maybe we'll get Blabbin themed compression socks we can hand out to all our older Blabbin people at the next show.
Yeah, the next Spitball meetup, that's what we should be giving out.
Yes.
Like, pairs of fresh compression socks.
Yeah, who cares about packs of Topps Chrome?
Oh yeah, yeah, that was great. Yeah, we did a little raffle. We gave out some packs. We bought a Topps Chrome hobby box. We gave out 20 packs. I think the auto wasn't bad. I forget who it was. The auto, but it was a player who actually plays, and it was like numbered to 99. So we beat the odds on it being numbered at least. I saw someone get Otani base card, which is essentially a buyback, probably.
Oh, is that what you were looking for the penny sleeve for?
Yes.
Yeah. And also, kudos to all those people who withstood the couple rain showers we had. We were outside the entire time at Pete's Tiki. The weather was great. There was a Wham tribute band playing across the outside area.
Oh yeah.
It was a great time. But yeah, we got dumped on a couple times, and we lost very few people during those.
We did. Yeah, there was a dueling piano bar like around the corner.
Yep.
They had a nice bathroom in there. But all right, let's
Yep,
get
Reno, blabbing about life after 40. This is the truth.
It really is. All right, Jeff, I have that trivia thing up there. I'm trying to. We got to remind each other when you want to stop sharing, like just touch the one on the bottom, not up top.
That's right. Then we don't get the echo.
Yes.
The echo.
But yeah, we went to
a great guy. Was even had his hair dyed like young George Michael. It was pretty cool. There was a band playing the night before. It was like a rock and roll tribute band. It was that whole place was. It was a pretty cool setup.
Yeah, there was so the Thursday night, the day we got there, we went to a little Fanatics cocktail event at Morton's, and Jeff and I didn't know about this directly, but Phil got word of it, so we figured we were allowed to go as well. And that was pretty interesting. There was a lot of high rollers in that little cocktail event, which was kind of, what is the guy's name?
Oh, Shine.
Yeah, he was in there. And I think it was like
fresh off his $10.5 million purchase of that Otani.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name had to bring to the show that we met.
That's right.
Topps. Remember, he had to carry that. To carry like $20 million in cards. The show.
Yeah, I was uncomfortable with some of our best cards. I would not feel comfortable at all carrying that stuff around.
No. I heard about this VIP lounge, Chris, and there were a lot of trades and deals that went down in there. So it sounds like that was worth the price.
Yeah, we should look into that. Professor's Dugout. Do you remember anyone saying how much it was? I spoke to a couple other people who said that like the early admission wasn't that expensive, and if it meant you didn't have to wait in that first line. The line was nuts. The Thursday, I texted Jeff, and I'm like, this is where we're standing. Can you MapQuest this? And you were like, you're 0.7 miles from the convention center.
If anybody saw my Instagram story, when Chris and I were in line, we actually were outside the city limits of Rosemont. We had to walk past the sign, welcome to Rosemont, and then the population to get into the show. So yeah, there was some walking.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Love Steve Perry.
Oh, nice. Oh, there you go.
Okay, we got a price: $199 for early, $249 for VIP, $329. What is super VIP?
Is that $249? Is that for the whole show or is that per day?
It's got to be the whole show.
If that's for the whole show, that's not bad. It's like $35 per day, right? I mean, to get in.
And then I think $329 includes at least one lap dance a day in the VIP lounge. HB cards, yes, we realized this that was the thing to do. Yeah.
Yep, just get there a little bit late. Let the line, because the line moved once they opened the doors. The line went real fast.
Cards and graphs. VIP, it's the whole show, Chris.
Yep, the whole show. Oh, I don't think that's a terrible deal at all.
VIP is basically parking, which we probably won't need. $249 included. Oh, it's really, really, really VIP.
By the way, Shelly the Turtle, that's another person. It was really great to put a face to and to meet in person. We've been talking to that guy for years.
Yes. Good to see Shelly.
It was great to hear him shit on Jake in person. Always fun.
Doubt you're wrong about anything, Shelly.
Doesn't seem that way.
Oh, if you want
Shelly had a
autos.
friend whose name I want to say it was Ryan, and he was
the tall gentleman.
The tall guy. He had his own he was at his own Zion case. And when he heard Shelly, we were talking about like SSP. He's like, "Oh, you guys like that stuff?" And he opened up this case and was just like, "Boom, 2017 Mookie, 2024 Topps Chrome Otani hitting, Otani pitching from update, and like all these." I'm like, "What is happening? Like, who are you? Are you making these cards?" So stuff like that is amazing, and we love seeing cards like that out in the wild. And it's always good to know who's been outbidding us for them, Jeff.
Yes, now we know who is. Michaela, sounds terrifying. People at the front of the line sprinting to get where they want to go. You hear the footsteps before you see them. It's very Jurassic Park theme. You hear the doors open and then the footsteps start. Before we forget, Chris, somebody had asked earlier if you bought a card of yourself.
No.
But you were going to buy a card of Jelly. So we have to say that this is the most disappointed we've been to not see Tag.
Yeah, I was going to get our Spitball and like meet up the Backstreet Boy thing. I wanted to get that on a card, but Tag wasn't there. So it'll have to wait until February.
Yeah. I think Arena Club was there making cards, but I believe you had to sign your life away and open at least 6 packs.
I'm not getting in that line. I don't care what they're offering. Yeah. By the way, I think sprinting Michaela is being very, very generous. I didn't see a ton of people at the show capable of a sprint, but I like where your head's at, and I appreciate Jeff comparing it to Jurassic Park and then hoping I wouldn't draw attention to it.
Oh, I see. This was all a joke. The joke went over my head, Chris. Was making a joke about you being injured because you bought a card of yourself.
Oh, okay. All right. That's like, I mean, that's steps ahead, Jeff. I mean, I was unable to put that together.
Nor was I. But yeah. What's up, Filmington? We've been talking about you all night and about the Spitballin' gathering. Look at Phil in front of all that food. Phil was the king of Carmines.
Oh my God. One of my favorite pickups from the whole weekend is this custom Filmington card here.
Phil, we were supposed to have you sign these cards.
Yep.
So we'd have an autographed version of them, but we did not. So
by the end of the
Shelly's
night,
having problems with the trivia link. We've heard this a couple times. How many people are in there, Chris?
49. Let me just redo it. Hold on.
All right. Hold that thought. TCG asked the question here: how rare is the 2024 Topps Chrome Lightboard logo for Otani? And Jeremy, thankfully, answered it. I think those Lightboard logo print run was about 100, so pretty. Yeah,
you can check the rare. Chasing Majors. Chasing Majors does a pretty good job. That website, keeping up the print runs and that kind of stuff up to date. Yeah, see if that works better. If not, I'm out of ideas.
Did you? Okay, so does anybody use this QR code that's on there right now when you join? I don't know. I guess you'd have to be on your phone and your computer.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Another update. Lightboards in 2024 were 135 copies per Baseball Cardpedia. All right. There we go. Michigan Cards and Graphs did not have any issues.
Okay. That is something slightly suspicious to hear you say. All right, let's see. I got one more person in there. I'll give it another minute, and then we'll just go ahead and run it. This is our 79th trivia, Jeff.
79, great.
Something special for
something. Yeah, when we get to 100.
Okay, Zach said
that we're... autographed it for. Just go ahead and autograph it for Phil. About as legit as the sticker autos these days. Actually, Phil, we should send Phil a thing of stickers, and he can sign them and send it back.
People would hate us. Then we grade it, get it authenticated, put an NBA sticker on it, and just, Again, we're playing for these Drake. We got a nice little stack of Drake Baldwin rookies headlined by this X Fractor. We got an insert, a Stadium Club card.
What kind of Fractor did you say?
X Fractor?
Oh, I thought you said
that's not right.
X Fractor. Oh, you said this sex fractor, which sounded like a different kind of refractor.
It's definitely not not a sex fractor.
Shelly said it worked. He just turned off his Wi-Fi. He's not an IT guy. Put a card one instead. Shelly, you are an IT guy. You're our IT guy.
Shelly, while we're waiting for truth, did your buddy end up picking up that hand-on helmet? They did find one, Jeff.
They did.
It was actually graded by someone else at the show, so not in a case or anything, but another collector. But the price, the initial ask, was a bit outrageous.
What was the grade?
It was PSA 9, and the guy, well, I guess he was very firm at 20K last I heard. So that's aggressive.
Well, it's aggressive, but given what some people were being offered for higher grades of that card, that doesn't seem that bad. It's going to be tough to find that one. Stewie, this is a nice compliment. Thank you. If not for Blabbin and Spitballing, I think I'd be out of the hobby. Hopefully Phil's still here to boost his ego. Breaking mystery packs, Arena Club, Logan Paul, or Scourge that needs to be remediated. There's different strokes for different folks, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there was just like a volume level inside that building. Like you just kind of walk by and people would just be, progress being made on both sides. Yeah, please, keep us updated on that.
Yeah, again, if anybody has any issues with perhaps anxiety or claustrophobia, even headphones are highly recommended. You can throw them in and listen to some yacht rock while you're walking through. It's not quite as
overwhelming. It's certainly a lot. All right, let's get this thing run because Jeff, I got about 12 Instagram posts I wanted to talk about briefly before we call this one a night.
And thank you everybody for joining us. I know this was kind of an impromptu Sunday show. Usually we're on Thursdays. We couldn't make it Thursday, but seeing there's a lot of people in the chat, so thank you.
Nice. All right, I would love to hear that. If anyone in the chat happens to have a Shohei Ohtani hand-on helmet SSP, please contact Shelly the Turtle. His buddy is looking for one.
Or if you want to sell it for cheap, please contact Chris and I. Thank you.
Right, and then we can flip it for a nice profit to Shelly's buddy. It's Yeah,
that should be the title of this episode.
Yeah, there were also three of us in one hotel room, and if I'm drunk, I'm snoring. Jake snores and then makes them sound. So I feel bad for anyone who was either the room above us or on either side of us, Jeff.
And the room was the size of a shoebox, and they charge outrageous prices. So man, these hotels must love having the National there.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely must, and they're certainly not spending any, and I mean any of that money on the breakfast buffet that was offered. The just add water eggs and the just add water oatmeal and the just add water orange juice. Anyway, neither here nor there, or coffee, I should say.
Filmington giving Jacob a shout out for the drinks. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean maybe one or two too many. I think probably Teapot could have used some water there at the. I think maybe he got one, but maybe. Hey, we're all adults.
I'll give you one guess who the big spoon is.
Yeah, Jake got his own bed, which you probably could have guessed. And even if he had offered it, like there's just no room there.
He spoons from 3 beds away.
Well, he sleeps diagonally too, or
he does.
His calves and his feet are hanging off. I feel
off
bad
the bed. Yeah.
But anyway.
Yes, William Walker, very much so.
Right.
Yeah, Lollapalooza was going on. Yes, it was very busy.
All right, Jeff, you ready?
We
you ready
did
for
bitch
this?
about the crowds. Yes, that was part of it. Scotty B did not get carded. He has a young-looking face, but he looks old enough to be of drinking age.
Yeah.
Yes, I had to say this to Chris. Jake left double fisting water bottles, so.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Michaela. I did see. Yeah, Ty did have water bottles, but one of them had like a brown liquid inside, so I'm not sure if that was helping him. I also wanted to give a shout out, but it's more of a complaint. It's not. Yeah.
A shout out, but more of a complaint. I like that.
I was looking at a case, and this guy was talking to. He does. That's very true. Guy was talking to someone else, and he said he began his response to the question with, "I'm making my way down." And my brain, which I have no control over, began singing the Vanessa Carlton song, "Making My Way Downtown." and it wouldn't stop for it was like 6 hours. It just kept going. And I was telling Staley at one point, I think I asked him just to punch me in the face to try and get it to stop, and it would not stop. So that was
do it. Did he punch you in the face?
No, I was going to ask Jake, but I think it would knock my head clean off.
Yeah, you better be careful what you ask Jake.
All right. Well, Philmington, please give trivia a shot today. I want to see.
Yeah, hop in, Phil. Blabbin and Spitball Extended Universe out here giving us grad school seminars. Collector sharing knowledge with others makes this group unique. Cheers. Yes. Just like most grad schools, we have some instructors that are good and some who just ride on their good looks, like Phil.
Yep. Oh yeah, Staley, that'd be great if you could just have like a play some catchy songs. Oh, Michaela, that's mean, but not wrong. Oh wow. All right, Shelly, I'm not even going to put that comment on the screen. It's very funny. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. It's also not wrong. Okay. All right, let's go. Jeff.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Prepare the voice. Here we go.
Hopefully my Wi-Fi holds out for this trivia.
Hopefully all of our Wi-Fi holds out. Here we go. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1.
Let's do it.
Go.
What year is the famous T206 Honus Wagner from, or Hannes, as Ty insists on saying? 1905, 1909, 1914, or 1915?
Not a handsome man, that Honus Wagner.
Yeah, well, he's rough and rugged.
Jake did hold that card, though. He was pretty excited.
Man of the times. That was cool to see Jake with that.
Yeah.
1909, which is often, at least when we were kids, was cited as 1910. But yes, it is officially 1909.
Yeah, this is like a range, so I tried to make sure there was no other years in that range.
Very smart. LKS, 89. Wow. Who's the only Hall of Famer with a rookie card in 1979 tops? Eddie Murray, Ricky Henderson, Bruce Sutter, or Ozzie Smith?
You get points for correctly pronouncing Bruce Sutter's name there, Jeff. Well done.
Oh, hey. Beat my team up in the World Series when I was 4. Okay. Wow. Very spread out between Ozzie and Eddie Murray. So Eddie Murray, I believe, was 78, Chris, and we saw a nice one. We saw a really nice one at the show. It was like $10,000.
Oh, I think it was more than that.
What is this 1990s insert set called? X-Fractors, Carat Diamonds, Star Rubies, or Prism Brilliance?
I think it was 50. It was a PSA 10. I think it was 55K.
Was it 55? It was insane, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Had to be a low pop. Isn't Prism Brilliant? I always thought Prism Brilliance ended in a CE. No?
I made those up. Those I don't think any of those are cards, Jeff.
I thought there was some brilliance. Okay. Nate the Great, 2014 Oakland A's and Cutler's Cards. What did Aaron Judge just do before the moment captured on his 2026 Topps Chrome SP? And if you talk to Chris any of the last 2 weeks, you'll know. A, use his bat to pick his teeth. B, strike out swinging. C, walk off sac fly. Or a game-tying 3-run homer.
I'm glad no one selected the teeth pick.
Toothpick.
Yeah.
Royally cheesed.
Oh.
Back on top. What trophy is Yamamoto holding on his 2026 Topps Chrome SP? The World Series trophy, NLCS MVP, World Series MVP, or the Clubhouse Ping Pong Champion, which I know it is not.
Yeah, we know it's not that one.
He was not the ping pong champion. He could barely lift it up, but okay. 48%, you're not quite half, knew it was the MVP trophy. Cutler's Cards, Newbies Cards, and Sheldon. Top 3. Just a random Go Braves here. Whose 2026 Topps Chrome Rookie SP is this? Treya Savage, Cam Schlittler, Chase Burns, or Jacob Mizorowski? This is a great shot.
I love this card. I had to crop it a little bit to make the question.
Yeah, it made it a little more difficult. There's only one guy on that list that has a red hat, but hey. Good job, Sheldon, pulling into the front. Wow, okay. I think you got a couple people with that one, Chris.
Oh, nice.
What Ohtani cards sold for over $10 million last week? Bowman Chrome Red Auto, Gold Logo Man, Dual Gold Logo Man Auto, Update Base PSA 8 with an NBA Gold sticker. We just talked about this about 10 minutes ago. If you were listening, you will have heard.
That wasn't planned. Jeff didn't know.
I didn't know. Wow, but 87% of you were listening. I can't. Oh, one person did go with the update based PSA.
That
Those
was probably
NBA
Phil if he's
stickers.
playing.
I do have to say, I was happy to see the NBA sticker was not slammed when I walked by there the one time. Sheldon pulling out to a big lead. Who got the save for the Cubs in Game 7 of the 2016 World Series? John Lester, Roldis Chapman, Carl Edwards Jr., or Mike Montgomery? Game 7. Sometimes Game 7, they bring those aces in.
Do you know the answer, Jeff?
No. I would say A. Was it?
Mike Montgomery got 1 out. Carl Edwards started the 10th inning and he put a runner on base with 2 outs. Mike Montgomery came in. He's
Mike
a lefty.
Montgomery will never. Oh, he got everybody, including me. Jeremy D's back on top. Who was the last Chicago Cub to win NL MVP? Chris Bryant, Sammy Sosa, Derek Lee, or Anthony Rizzo?
Yeah, there's a little Cubs theme here because we were planning to give away a Cubs card, but I can't find it. So
stay tuned for that. We'll have another Cubs theme.
Yeah.
Chris Bryant, what could have been? Could have been so beautiful. Oh, Sheldon, okay, 23 points. Jeremy, you got to make this one up. And Joe Jack in third. Who currently leads the NL in total WAR? James Wood, Pete Crow Armstrong, Shohei Ohtani, or Sal Stewart? Right at this moment, I do not know the answer to this. Last week I would have, but I do not know now. I guess. Oh, James Wood? Did he pass PCA? No.
He did not. No.
I guess I should have went with the Cubs theme. I thought maybe you were trying to trick us there.
Oh, I should have. I'm not that mean usually. Yeah. But yeah, it would have made a lot more sense if I could find the PCA card that we were going to give away, Jeff.
Yeah, it would have. Yeah. Excellent score, Joe Jack, 631. Hellgas, yeah, he was too easy to read. You were right. Sheldon, 675. 675 for Sheldon in first place. Congratulations. Jeremy D, Joe Jack right behind. Chris will have to find that other card, and we'll.
Yeah, there's always more Cubs questions, but.
Yeah. Baseball card, Brett says keep the Cubs questions coming.
Yeah. I forgot about the lefty that came in 2016. I remember Carl Edwards Jr. coming out for the save. And John Smoltz said something about it. Oh boy, like of all the times to try to get your first major league save. Kings Lance, thanks for being here. I don't know if you saw.
We gave you a shout out earlier in the show. I came on with my beautiful New Jersey, showing off. Sorry we didn't get to see you. Thank you for leaving them with Teapot. We were hoping to see you at the Spitballing gathering Friday night, but missed you. Thank you.
Yeah, Michigan Cards and Graphs. McGonigal he's breaking WAR in a certain way. Like the lack of power, people have a real hard time understanding how his numbers are so good. Yeah. But he's just on base. He's an on-base machine. His base running is fantastic. His defense is great. He's doing everything but hit home runs. So if he ever figures that out, Jeff, the power comes as he ages.
And he's so young. He will. Yep. And, man, if they hadn't traded Skubal, they're only 2 games out of the wild card. They could be making a run this year. Wide open AL. I love those Tigers. Ward definitely favors shortstop, especially good defensive ones, which he has proven to be. Stewie, thanks for playing. Appreciate it.
Oh. Yeah.
Wrestling show. I'm not surprised. In Chicago, 2 hours away. So there was also a wrestling show in addition to Lollapalooza and the National.
There was also a little bit of wrestling at the at our meetup when I attempted to say goodbye to Phil in a civilized manner, only to I got brutalized.
That's right.
My neck hurts. I think
he literally cracked Chris's back, and then Chris fell over.
Yeah, I felt like I was Batman and he was Bane. I was like, what is happening?
Yeah. Phil does have a good grip, and I appreciate it. He did crack my back. Thank you, Phil, for that.
Yeah. Yep.
I hope they still make the playoffs. I hope they do.
Wow.
Cubs fan, no surprise. His highest finish yet. Well, there'll be more Cubs questions to come.
Nice. Yeah, well, definitely. As soon as I find that PCA card, but I forget. Did Sheldon? Yeah, Sheldon. If you like the Braves and Baldwin, I got you. Blabbin about grappling.
Stewie, can I send you guys a 2026 Acuna SP from Topps Chrome, one in a break, and cost them $150? You mean send it for like a trivia prize? Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Please. Yeah.
Oh, that would be incredible.
Oh, yeah.
It
We'll
might have to
do.
be an Acuna themed trivia, so the right person gets the answers, Chris.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It'll
You might be able
definitely
to
be
come up with a
Braves
few
themed,
questions.
and it will be difficult.
Would love that. Yeah. Hit us up on Instagram or shoot me an email. My email's down in the description. We'll give you an address. That would be awesome. Thank you, Stewie.
Oh, I didn't realize that Sheldon was Shelly the Turtle. I don't put things together. My brain is broken after the weekend.
I did not either. I didn't
Nope.
know Sheldon is Shelly the Turtle. How many names can one person go by? Canes Lance got to meet 3 Japanese wrestlers. Okay. Male or female, Canes Lance? We know you.
I think we know the answer to that.
All right. Well, let's just say to answer this question,
Oh, sorry.
I was going to say that Chris tried to get into the bar to use the restroom, and he was locked out. We were locked out. They closed the bar. They just left us all to our own devices, and that was past 1 o'clock. I believe we left at 2 o'clock.
That was at 2 o'clock. They shut the doors. We left at like 2:30.
No, the doors were shut a little sooner than that and
Really?
locked. Yeah,
Oh. It went late. It
it
went
went very late.
through the outdoor space. We were just hanging out there. I didn't even hear like a last call. That certainly doesn't mean it wasn't announced, but I
It
didn't-
was not announced outside because you had to go inside for the drinks. So
There you go. I did feel a little bit bad, and then my wife made me feel worse. Jeff tried to leave earlier, but your phone died, so you couldn't call yourself an Uber. And I was just like, haha, buddy, you're stuck with me. And then my wife was like, well, why don't you just call him an Uber with your phone?
that would have really been nice, Chris. Yeah, my wife couldn't believe that you gladly kept me there hostage. Jake left early, and then I was going to go at about 1 o'clock. My feet couldn't take it anymore. I was going to go at 1 o'clock, but my phone was like at 2% battery, so I was worried that it wouldn't go through. And Chris said, sorry, sucker, out of luck.
Wait, Shelly, you were there? I got a text from you saying like how late's it gonna go, and then you said it was raining, so you're just gonna go back. When were you there?
Did you come and buy a Coke, stay inside, and then leave, Shelly?
That's extremely rude if you were there and didn't come say hello.
And Mookie, it was great meeting you in person, putting a face to the name. It was a blast, yes, and that was the highlight. Meeting some of these people whose names we read repeatedly in our chat. Everybody, watch out because yes, there may be a surprise winner when that Acuna comes up.
Hey, this guy did amazing. He answered some of these questions.
There he
before
is.
they were even
Pack
asked.
Fresh Poppy. We were just talking about you.
There we go. Yeah, we're hoping you'll open up that Stadium Club box and we can live stream it. That'd be kind of fun. Yeah.
They did lock us out, yes. Oh,
They
and of
definitely did.
course, female wrestlers. Love
You
it.
can't compete with that, Jeff.
Is Craig in here?
There was actually, didn't we just see a Craig in the comments a few minutes ago? I don't know.
Filmington.
Which
Already
one?
6 cocktails in tonight. Wow, which one were you, Turtle? Did we meet? Did we kiss? You might not know.
Anything's possible. I have to tell you, Jeff, I like off the wagon Filmington a lot more than on the wagon Filmington, I gotta say. Even though I might have some long-term like vertebrae damage, worth it.
The Irish kid walked me out to my Uber at 12:45. Nice kid. You came to the meetup and then went to the casino. You were just at a casino all day inside at whatnot.
Wow, that's
Oh, Staley, you guys had everything else. I should have just asked.
yeah.
Of course, then I might have
Normally-
left and missed the end of the.
Normally, Jeff is the most prepared person ever. Like in the show, he's got 2 battery packs. He's got snacks for like all types of diets. But
Yeah, and then I thought, well, we had to go to this fancy Filmington dinner, which Filmington didn't tell us it was a 3-hour dinner when we had a 2-hour window. So I thought, I don't want to show up to this nice dinner with all my accoutrements. So I left my battery at home, and wouldn't you know?
Yep.
Needed it.
Yep.
Wow, round trip in a car Saturday was 10 hours. That's commitment.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. Baseball card show and rest. I mean, yeah, that's a busy day. Yeah, I can't believe you were there and you didn't even just like come out and say like hello or goodbye. It's like that draw of the casino was too strong.
Yeah, maybe
God.
he got scared by the rain. The Golden Show. Oh, Michaela did mention this. The Golden Show crew was inside the bar. I think I was talking to them when the group photo happened. Somehow I missed that happening. Well, don't feel bad. I got cropped out too, so half the group wasn't even in the group photo. I have to say it was a huge turnout. So thanks to everybody who showed
Yeah,
up.
the person who took the picture, like if the group was straight ahead, they were like 1, 2, click. It's like all this empty space.
And there's a big space. Yeah.
Oh well. That's all right. We'll have the memories of it for at least another week or so, and then they'll be gone.
Get a Raptor at Built Bar, eating snack-sized Butterfingers. Yeah, he could use it.
We appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, there's one of those pictures where I'm like mean mugging someone. I don't know.
If you zoom in and look at Teapot in the
Oh
group
my God.
photo,
Yes.
you might lose your soul.
Oh my God. That is amazing. It looks like he hasn't blinked in a week and a half. Okay. All right. I want to talk about some cards real quick here, although it won't be quick. All right. Here's the first one. Oh,
Yes, it's in Chicago, then Detroit, then Chicago.
Yep.
And then we don't know.
yeah. Atlanta would be amazing. I would love that. Yeah. Maybe we could do like our meetup inside Cards HQ. I'm sure Jeff Wilson would love that. But all right. First post I want to talk about comes from Future Baseball Stars Today. This guy was great. He was waiting for us at Pete's Tiki. Hung out for a while. Another guy, Jeff, who looks like he's very comfortable in the gym. But this was one of his goals, was to pick up this Frank Thomas Finest refractor at the National, and he did it. So congratulations. It's nice to have a single-minded goal like that and achieve
Be
it.
able to fulfill it. Yeah.
Okay.
What a great card.
Stewie, the next West Coast card show, I believe, is February, and it should be in Ontario.
Yes, so that's the smaller of the two shows, but they did divide it up so it's all sports cards. They have a Pokemon, TCG, mainly Pokemon show in May separately. So yes, it's a little smaller space, but very manageable, not too far from LA. Yeah, it's a great show.
Yeah, and it's right. Wait, and that's the one where it's right by that Mexican restaurant where we had our Blabbin meetup during karaoke night. We're gonna have to research that before to make sure we're not there on karaoke night again.
Well, it depends how many people are there. Depends how many people want to meet up.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he talks, and this is a long description here. He talks about some of the other ones.
Yes, there was a way overpriced PSA 9, then there was an SGC 8.5, and then there was raw.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think Skubal's market's going to be really interesting. If he's going to get playoff starts, if they have a deep run and he has some big moments, then yeah, his stuff will go up. Please not karaoke. I can't handle that. That was brutal, Jeff.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, we don't have the pull to reserve a place.
I know.
Imagine
That's so
that.
disappointing. All right. So this card comes from Raymond's Relics. And I just thought this was amazing. I obviously was not, you and I were not collecting cards in 2000. What year is this? Right. Whenever this set came out, you and I were not collecting cards. I'm guessing it's like a 2008 Upper Deck card. I think he mentioned it, but I can't really read this right now. But how cool is this?
Love that one.
These are the moments we want.
Yeah.
That's the walk-off to, I think, knock the Angels out in 2007, I think.
I immediately had to put this up with the hashtag just a good-looking card because it is.
Oh, 2008. Thank you, Michigan Cards and Graphs. Oh, wow. Staley says people at the show were already bumped up their Skubal prices.
Jeez, of course they did.
Yeah.
I think I think you texted or you sent a message that you saw this and went and bought it. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, this is definitely a post. I stopped at. Yeah, that's amazing. Like if you could get, I don't know if they make jumbos in this set. I highly doubt it, but this would be an amazing jumbo with an auto, or even a regular card with a nice silver in-person auto. Would be very cool. Yeah, I saw someone again asking. Chicago 2027, Detroit 2028, and then if
they
anyone
were supposed
survives,
to announce the new one, right? Maybe that comes today. Maybe I know they announced at the end of the show when 2029 is supposed to be.
Well, Stewie, I would prefer that song over what shrieking, caterwauling. Like, it was horrific.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah, it was really bad. And unfortunately, the machine was like right. If we were like the wall right next to us, the machine was like right up against it, and there was a door right there, and it was rough. It was rough. All right, Ben Orr 14 posted this card almost a full week ago, and to my surprise, Jeff, I'd never seen it before.
I had never seen it either.
So, and I talked to someone actually, I think at the National, who mentioned seeing this card and going out and buying it. And I couldn't find one for sale, so I'm guessing he got the last one.
I mean, that is a sizable plaque. Look at how much you think that plaque weighs. It's got the base, the shoes, the gloves. It's a good solid 2-inch
piece of wood
frame
there.
base. Yeah.
Yeah. This is very cool. And yeah, it's a shame. I don't know when. I don't remember exactly when Ricky died, but I wonder if anyone was able to get this card autographed by him.
Oh, man.
Before he passed, because that would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, if you're still with us in 2028, Shelly, you're gonna have to go to Detroit. Oh boy. All right. Well, Canes Lance, I'm not gonna lie, I would watch that. I might have headphones on, but I would gladly watch that happen. I'm sure it's in a decent part of Detroit. I mean, I'm not saying go outside and use the ATM at 2 a.m, but I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Michigan Cards and Grass will not stand any Detroit slander. Neither will Teapot. And as a reminder, they're opening another Cards HQ in Detroit. So that should be up and fully operational for the.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe a spitball meet up there.
I think that.
Oh, well.
That's why you'd watch it.
Yeah, that's probably why. Honestly, that would make it more palatable. Yeah, it is possible. I wonder. But yeah, this card was really, really cool. And it has
we're getting a lot of support for downtown Detroit, guys.
All right.
So
and I mean the ballpark looks really great. So maybe the Tigers will be home at the same time.
I gotta say, I went to a couple games at Tiger Stadium, and it was great. Very historic. Not the most comfortable seating. Not the best area of town in the early 90s, but I'd love to see the new park.
Yeah, me too. All right, those that card has some great imagery on it. Unier's cards posted these 2 stadium clubs, and these are just 2 pretty amazing Nolan Arenado cards. The 2020 Chrome and then the 2017 Refractor insert. Just these are just great looking cards, Jeff.
Yeah, look at the shine on those.
Yeah. And kudos to the umpires. His squat game is on point.
Yeah, he's getting down.
Yep. Those cards are cool. But amazingly, Jeff, there was a Stadium Club card I saw this week that I thought had an even better image than those 2. And it's from 1992. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
This comes from Old Man Style Cards, and it is a Ruben Sierra's 1992 Stadium Club card. And you better believe I was on ComC looking for a copy of this card right after I saw it.
What is on his chest? That's either a pair of glasses or a sheriff's badge. I can't quite tell what's on his chest from here.
I don't think it's either of those. I'm not sure what it is.
That is very cool.
Yeah, this is amazing. There's some other really fun images in 92 Stadium Club. I recommend you guys just maybe scroll through on eBay or something, or take a look on ComC, or just go on Living Your Lives. That's fine too.
Yeah. It's a clock. Is it really like Flavor Flav? I can buy that.
I have questions about how this photo exists, but it's almost better left unanswered.
How it made its way to a baseball card?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yep. I like it. And now that you've all seen it, you'll never forget it. All right, to celebrate the Dodgers getting swept by the Red Sox, I know we have some Red Sox fans in here, so congrats on that. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Red Sox turnaround, Jeff, came out of nowhere.
Nowhere. And especially with so many players injured, underperforming. Garrett Crochet has been a terrible bust this year. It's amazing.
He hasn't pitched in like 2+ months now.
Yeah.
And somehow they never lose.
Yeah.
Jaron Duran is a lunatic who's like shouting at his own like DH for not tagging up on 100-foot pop-ups. Like,
And then, used his spaghetti arm to try to throw somebody out today, and it didn't work. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Caleb Durbin, I tell you, the Caleb Durbin turnaround. He was about the worst player in the history of baseball for the first 6 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah, wait till Roman Anthony comes back. Hopefully, I don't know. And I've seen Yoshida get some hits. I know that statistically he's not doing well, but
that can't be true.
I'm sure
Yoshida's
he's just
getting
timing
hits.
them well. He homered off Emmett Sheehan today. Yes, and Sadane Rafaela is absolutely Jeff.
Yes.
Gone nuclear.
Who in the chat? Somebody PCs him.
Oh yeah, because I was getting shit for being mean about him, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Who was that?
And then he was terrible, so then he never showed back up, and now he's been great.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that guy will let me know.
It sounds like what Filmington is saying.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the team is doing this well. If they get Roman Anthony and Garrett Crochet back for some kind of like September run, that could be incredible.
Yeah. Hey, if somebody's got to beat the Dodgers, and it's not going to be the Brewers, I'd be happy to see it be the Red Sox.
Yep. All right. What else we got here? What was next? Seen this? Oh yeah. So in honor of that, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say Detroit National won't be in the city. Cards HQ isn't in Detroit. It's in Orion, 40 miles north of Detroit. I didn't know that.
40 miles is far. That's an expensive Uber.
That is a very expensive Uber. All right. Well, we'll have to do some digging. We got a year, 2 years before we figure that out.
Yep. You're right. I'm shocked they have made this run, Jeff, and I expect it to end any minute now. And I don't think Garrett Crochet will ever pitch again. There. Bases are covered.
I would think that the National would be downtown because that's where a convention center would be, but Cards HQ is not. Okay.
All right.
So I think I'd heard that they were going to do some things at the National with Ford Field, with the football field there.
Oh, that's right. They were. Oh, yeah. I forget who was telling us that, but.
Yeah. All right, but
Cool.
Cards HQ. All right, so you have to make a detour there to maybe the Blabbin spitball and gathering 40 miles away at Cards HQ would not be ideal. We'll have to get back to the drawing board on that. Thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rethink that one. Yeah. All right, so Ball Cards in the Attic posted these cool blue refractor runs here. We just like seeing a little player run magic. So he's got the Mookie run as a Dodger and the Freeman run as a Dodger. He's not interested in their non-Dodger cards. I can appreciate that. This is the Freeman Brave run, and then here we go. There's the Freeman Dodger run. So he's done a nice little job here. Blues are great, Jeff.
Love them.
Yeah,
Blues,
especially
Dodgers. They look really good. They're a good color match.
Ooh. We could talk about this, but Celeste Dad is on my team.
Chuck.
Timmy Two Hobbies is on my team.
Yeah.
You can have Scott on yours, Jeff.
I get Scott and Teapot. You get those guys.
I think that's fair.
Yeah. Collector Charles with a national question. You were the buyer amongst us.
Yeah, we definitely heard stories about prices being really high, and some we mentioned earlier. Some prices were stickered like really kind of absurdly high. The higher end stuff, and a lot of those like big '90s inserts, the Jordans, the Bradys. You know, nobody wants to undersell them, Jeff, or sell them for too little. I picked up like these two cards. I picked up the Ohtani SSP and a Freeman throwback. I was able to work with the dealers. The dealers were willing to work with me to be reasonable. I mean, I think those are rare enough cards. They probably they're not getting headlines, and there's certainly like not a ton of comps, you know? So it just totally depends.
All right, I'm drafting Canes Lance and Emophobic, just so you know. And Royally Cheese does make a good point. Remember this discussion when Teapot claimed to run like Barry Sanders? He's got a little while to get back in that Barry Sanders shape, and maybe he can do it.
Don't or might be a sleeper. That's my favorite comment that I've seen today. Man,
yeah,
I'm not saying
as a Sox fan also chiming in. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I would say Ty might be our if you were to put some prop bets on Kalshi, you might suggest a torn ACL. And
Professor's dugout too. I've got my whole offensive line. Oh, and a running back. All right, you can have Teapot. I'll take Tribeca Wax Collector.
Damn.
Hey, what's
All right,
up,
well,
Thorson? Thanks for joining us.
All right. Well, I gotta have Filmington on my team then, Jeff. So at least maybe he can say things that are so alarming, and
Yeah,
that it would
he's gonna say
distract
things that
someone.
are so off color, it'll start a fight and get my players all kicked out of the game.
I'll take it. Or so
Yeah.
traumatic for the listener that maybe your guys will just be unable to perform.
Yeah.
Yeah, Michigan Cards and Graphs. Yeah, I imagine having all those kids is like having an agility course in your house at all times.
You're right. The waiver.
It's gonna be a long waiver.
There's going to
too.
be a line of lawyers, injury lawyers, waiting outside the stadium.
Yeah, there'll be a stretching requirement for sure.
7, you're hired. Excellent.
All right. One thing I'm noticing, Jeff, is a lot of people in the chat that want to play. They don't want to play any of the positions that require a lot of running.
They just want to be at that line, hitting it. All right.
Do a lot of pushing and yeah.
All right. Yeah. Tell Phil I'll see him in the A gap. Phil better get ready to get run over.
Oh, there would be a lot of tension. A lot of tensions might get released on that field, Jeff.
Yeah. We better have it at least after day 1, because otherwise most of us are not going to be able to make it to the show.
Yeah, and the proximity to a hospital or urgent care is probably an important thing that we need to research before choosing a location. Okay.
All right. Timmy Two Hobby
right.
says,
There we go.
says you're set with them, and I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Shout out to your friend in NCIS with the challenge coin too. That was very cool to get.
Oh yeah, that was that was really
home
cool.
and showed my wife, and she was very excited to see that. So thank you.
Yeah, we might have to ask the convention center to put a ramp in for day 2 because there's gonna be about 25
Widen
people.
the aisles. We need a little bit more access because
Really
there's going to be at
struggling
least
to get
20
them.
people in wheelchairs that day coming in at the same time. Oh boy,
man.
Scott's ears were burning. You heard us talking about him. Didn't
Mhm.
expect to be alive right now. Yeah, it was great finally meeting you, Scotty. There's a lot of comments about you in the chat here. Possible deep threat in our 11-11 game at the 2028 Nationals.
Yeah, yes, Scott. We're just drafting teams for the 2028 Spitball and Meetup first annual full contact football game. We've got a lot of linebackers and linemen in the chat here, so one of us is probably going to the hospital.
What's up, Abel? Yeah. Grade all those legends now.
Oh my God, hold on! I have to put this SFO thing up. That is a perfect analogy. You will hear cackling with every twisted ankle and pulled hamstring. Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. Now as long as I'm not running up against this gentleman.
Fine, but he can only play wide receiver or cornerback.
All right, we got some wheels here. A lot of
there we go.
questions, Scotty, about how tall you were. Some comments about how you weren't recognized without your Colorado Rockies hat.
Hey, hold on. I was very close to.
This is a great question. We are going to record tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some spitball and responses to the National, and should post Tuesday morning on Fanatics Collect and Wednesday on YouTube.
Yep, exactly. All right, what we got next here? Yeah, Staley, this might be a slow pitch game with ghost runners, probably the way to go.
Oh yeah. All right. What you? I didn't mean to sidetrack you from your IG shoutouts.
No. I mean, this is way more interesting to be. Yeah, Scott's surprisingly tall. Yeah, I am actually one of the 2 shorter spitballers. I did not expect that. I mean, I'm not tall, but I'm not sure. I'm like 6 feet tall, and I got Jeff towers over me.
Well, that's Jake. I'm slightly taller.
No,
but
you're a couple inches bigger than me. So is Phil. Scott's got me by an inch. Who knows? Maybe Teapot grows with each kid, and next thing you know, I'm the shortest one.
Professor's Dugout. The bad thing is these upside down LA baseball caps are now hip and worn amongst Dodger fans. So it's not as much of an anti-Dodgers look as you might think.
Scott, I got to tell you, when Scott and T were at the Market Movers desk, I forget who it was, but one of our viewers came up and they asked if you guys are clones of each other, and then we were discussing who was the original and who was the clone.
Right.
But from a certain angle, you guys did look very, very similar. And that
The
angle was the front.
from behind.
Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. At 50, you start shrinking. I don't want to hear that. All right. Oh man. Oh, team bowling. By the way, that's an injury plagued event. There's will be a lot of wrist injuries. Jeff's hand wouldn't survive it. I'm almost positive. Knees
Hey, my
would get
hand's
blown
almost
out.
perfectly healed, Chris. Look, ready to crack some slabs.
Yep. We're now in that healthy window of a couple of months in between calamities.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. Next up. Oh, some of these were great. Hold on. This came from Gold Refractor.
Hold on. You're being accused of a crime here, baldism, because Blake says they don't look alike at all, according to him. So you're.
Look, I'm just sharing what I heard.
Nothing wrong with this excuse to drink beer.
Yeah, I mean, that's what slow pitch softball is for. Slow pitch softball, Jeff. Same thing. All right, Gold Refractor posted his run of Pujols, Bowman Chrome, if you can guess them, Gold Refractors. And this was just really fun to watch, to go through here.
Love that one.
I was going to say I like that one as well. Also some dramatic weight shifts. He doesn't really have these in chronological order, so the Angels cards and the Cardinals cards, you definitely can see a difference.
Changed size occasionally.
But yeah, these were very cool. Again, from Gold Refractor, and he should be posting Gold Refractors. And that was a pretty good run to see.
Excellent.
Right along the same lines here, the big piece 06 posted his Ryan Howard Topps Chrome Gold run. And Ryan Howard got some really great looking cards, Jeff.
Yeah.
Look at that. Point of contact right there on the 2011.
Just murdered the ball.
Oh, yeah. If he doesn't blow out his ACL or his Achilles in that playoff game, he probably cruises to 500 home runs.
Yeah, could have been like a big Poppy type, but he just fell off.
Yeah, I don't think he ever really fully recovered from that. And he looks great now. He showed up at the All-Star game.
Just like Cesar Sabathia, post-playing days. Those guys look you can play in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, Scott, absolutely. If you want to get shared on the show, we got to see a nice Billy Butler Gold run.
Yeah, let's see it. Post it up.
Oh, wait, Adaldis, and this might be a card, Scott, you might have this laying around.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah.
A Todd Helton for him.
Oh, yeah, those look great.
Royally Cheesed, I have not tuned in. I think the first 3 episodes are out. Is that right?
Is it a podcast or is it like a documentary? Is it watching or listening?
30, like a show. I think it is.
Sammy Hill 93. Haha. The player. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you do. So yeah, see if we can make a little Blabbin connection in here. All right. So speaking of Gold Refractors, Giants 2554 posted this Bonds. That is just a phenomenal image right there, Jeff.
Yeah. Boom.
And he actually posted some others as well. I kind of scroll through. There's 2007. There's a little similarity here. But I feel like that the black jersey here in this 06 just looks amazing. And there's 07. And then, of course, to finish it, we have an 06 flagship black. God, that's awesome.
Yeah.
In a PSA 8. May as well be a 10.
Might as well be a 10. All that black around there. That's great. Cards in Life experience with Timmy says that he made his major league debut versus that Phillies lineup. That's a daunting place to start. But hey, it didn't deter him from having an excellent career.
Oh, Adaldis, Scotty, if you're digging in your box, hold off. He was wrong about the
find.
Yeah, needs a 1999 Bowman Chrome Gold, which is, of course, out of 25.
Out of 25. Why not? Why not?
Yeah.
You're right. Love this. Love this pseudo color match. The Giants look really good.
All right, so we talked about those Topps Tribute dual autos, Jeff. Check out this one from the Card Den, which was from 2019 Topps On Demand, which I'm guessing is a precursor to the Topps Now that we know.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, we're not looking at two all-time greats here in Daniel Hudson and I want to say, is that Johnny Gomes or Jan Gomes? Which
It's got to
Gomes?
be Jan Gomes. I don't
Jan
think
Gomes?
Johnny Gomes ever caught.
I think you're right. But how cool is that?
So is this the ender World Series ender?
Yep. Yep.
Very cool. Again, we've talked about if we're fans and our team makes the World Series, wins the World Series, we'd want all of these cards.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, I wish there was a shot of this with like Sean Murphy and no, that wasn't Sean Murphy. No, with Travis Darno and Will Smith. Hopefully, it would be inexpensive, but this is very, very cool.
It'd be a little wide to be Tim Hudson.
I don't think.
Hey, what's up, Matt Reed? Hope the rest of your show went good. Thanks for joining.
All right. So speaking of World Series celebration shots, Timmy Two Hobbies, who we were
Yeah.
talking about earlier, showed that had this Chris Bryant heritage card, heritage image variation. That's right after, if you recall, you remember the play, Jeff, that ended the World Series? We know who threw the pitch now, but I forget who the batter was.
No. Was it a ground ball?
It's ground ball to Chris Bryant.
Yeah.
Little slow, little chopper. God, I mean, it's a throw you dream about making your whole life. But God, do you think he just felt any nerves?
You get that ball. Yeah. Yeah.
He had to kind of hurry a little bit because like he came in to make the play, so maybe that helped. But man, I wanted to get a nice two hopper. God, it's got to be tough. Yeah, you know you're going to think about it for just a split second. Oh, Michael Martinez. I think that's right. Yeah, it was like some random guy pinch hitting. Yeah. Forget we have a lot of Cubs fans tonight, Jeff.
That's right. No surprise with your questions. They've hung around thinking
Right.
maybe there's more Cubs material to go.
Yeah. Seven Costanza. I don't know if you want to mention Rajai Davis's name around Cubs fans. It didn't cost them a World Series, but man, it really felt like it was going to. All right. One of the biggest, probably forgotten hits in baseball history, Jeff. All right. More World Series photos. Look at this 2020 Topps update SP of Max Scherzer.
Can't see the eyes. He's got the sunglasses on. Can't see the Mad Max heterochromia. He's got the World Series trophy, obviously at the parade. Is that Brian Dozier? Who's behind him?
It's got to be either Brian Dozier or Hunter Dozier. It's got to be Brian, I think.
Was he on that team?
I don't know.
Hunter, maybe. Yeah, it's probably a good call. Love it. Very cool.
Yeah, stuff like this is great. I really feel like Max Scherzer is he's just kind of forgotten about. Like his career numbers, when it's all said and done, are going to be great. But he's bounced around so much that I don't know. He probably doesn't get the hobby credit that he deserves.
Right. I think he's going to be another one of those ones that we talk about that they get the respect they deserve after they retire, as they head towards the Hall of Fame. We look back on their career. I know he's been on a few teams, especially lately. I think he's still being paid by 4 different franchises. So that taints it a little bit, especially in current viewpoints. But I think as time goes by, we'll appreciate him. We're not seeing pitchers like this much longer. We've talked about Kershaw, Verlander, Scherzer kind of being the last of the breed of the workhorses.
Yeah, someone said, these 2020 has some really, really great SP image variations. And yeah, these World Series ones are awesome.
So Thorson confirms Brian Dozier was on that. Yeah, I remember him being a Twins legend for sure.
Oh, yeah. All right, what do we got next here? What was my next
cool.
theme? Oh, what did I have here?
Ooh, Matt Reed picked up an anime. Nice pickup.
All right, here's another guy holding the World Series trophy. This is Luis Gonzalez. This is his Legends SSP out of 2026. I want to say Series 2. And yeah, I think this is the first card of him holding the World Series trophy I've ever seen. Doesn't mean that they don't exist. That wasn't really huge in the hobby in 2002. Hopefully he got one, but I don't know. It's pretty great.
Right in front of the Miller Lite sign. Yeah, this is. I noticed a commenter called Baseball Card Addict says, love this top 5 card of him. And I was just going to say, this has to be one of his very best cards.
Yeah,
full disclosure.
Yeah, I don't know when. I'm not sure what set his rookie is in. I really don't know. I would guess one of those like Bowman sets from like 94, 95, something like that.
Something like that.
But this, I would say this has got to be a top 5 card for Luis Gonzalez. And yes, dude,
sure.
he had a really good career.
He did. He had a couple surprisingly giant power seasons during those that era when people were using a lot of creatine, Chris.
Ooh, yeah, right. Yeah, androstenedione, 91
Yeah.
top graded. Oh man, so he only has one. That's kind of cool.
Was he on the Orioles? What's his rookie card? Who's his rookie with?
Ooh, that's a good guess.
Yeah.
I
Mr.
did want to
Card-
say I haven't seen Luis Gonzalez in a lot of sets in the last like 10 years. We've talked about those Legends autos, Jeff, and how there's a lot of really like exciting names for different franchises that aren't just Hall of
Astros.
Famers.
Thank
Astros,
you.
yep. That's right. So Luis Gonzalez not only has this card this year, but in tribute, he has one of those duels with the announcer. And I think it's Tim. Is it Tim McCarver? It's no Joe. Whoever was to Joe Buck probably. Whoever called his bloop hit. So it should be like a picture of the bloop single, and on the back we'll get the full verbiage of the call, and the announcer signs the back and he signs the front. So he's got two amazing cards coming out this year.
And as somebody said in the chat, that's a great card for Diamondbacks
Yeah.
fans.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, maybe he's
The other
just
thing that we've talked about before is how Topps should rotate some of these legends, rotate some of these autos coming through. And I think this is a great example of it. Here, he's a franchise legend. Maybe not a legend for everybody, but for that franchise, he certainly is. And he's not been in a lot of sets. So that's what makes this card really cool to see and appealing.
Yep. I also want to say I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 99% sure based on profile features and height that's Randy Johnson on the left.
Gotta be.
Like he is looking
Enormous.
straight down.
He's at face level with that trophy.
Yeah. So I mean, it could have just angled or cut a little bit over, but I think this is very, very cool. You just get a hint of one of the best pitchers of all time on the card too. Okay. Yeah, Shelly, maybe I don't know. Topps doesn't really seem to care about Acuna's 40-70, so maybe next year we'll get that one.
Maybe 25 years from now when he's a legend and he's in the legend set.
Jeez. Yeah, yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, we got two Freddie Freemans in the sets. We'd probably just be happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be maybe that's the time, Jeff. We finally get him holding up second base. We'll be in that insert set years from now. Okay. All right, I got three more. This one comes from Homer's Sports Cards.
Oh.
And this is very, very cool. This is just a Harry Shearer Simpsons auto. Jeff, do you know who Harry Shearer? Do you know who he is as an actor? Have you seen him in anything? I'm sure you do.
Absolutely. Spinal Tap legend, Harry Shearer. And he does multiple voices on the show, right?
He voices these four characters and several others.
So they're showing these are his big four.
Yeah, these are probably the most prominent four. He was also in Godzilla, I think, as like a news anchor.
Like what, 1998 Godzilla?
Yeah,
or?
1998 Godzilla, yeah.
I'll have to revisit that. No, I love him. He's got a great voice. Very deep.
Yeah. Yeah, and he talks about how at different times of different characters, he does them at different times of the day.
Really?
Yeah, because they're like the guy on the far left has a deep, deep, deep voice. And
Way down.
And Flanders, as you know, is a little bit higher. So he
That's right. Yeah. So he does them at different parts of the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, Poolside Burrito. He got the full 40-70 set, but we're still missing just that one shot.
Yeah.
Missing that one shot. He was an SNL cast member. He's part of that skit, that the synchronized swimming Olympic skit with him and Martin Short, which is pretty well known. Like sneaky, amazing career.
Yes.
Made an absolute ton of money.
So good in Spinal Tap. Remember when he's going? I love that movie, Chris. I don't know how many times you've seen it, but I've seen it many times. Remember when he tries to go through the metal detector and he's got the giant zucchini wrapped in aluminum foil, and he gets busted with it, and he's like, "What?" And then he finally, that's great. Great scene.
I haven't seen that movie in at least 20 years. I should watch it.
We should watch it. Yeah, that's a great one.
We should watch it again. All right. Okay, Chip Shot 10. I saw this duel, Topps Dynasty, a 1-of-1 get posted. I mean, Chipper Jones and Freddie Freeman, two obviously Braves legends.
Yeah, I don't know if you could get a better card with those tiny patches. Like if you could get better patches than those. I'm assuming these are some sort of tags or I don't know what the A in home plate is. That's really cool. It's like tiny part of a patch. I don't know, but very cool to see that small space.
Yeah, good point. And both have really good autos. Plus, we know that there's a little bit of frustration on Chipper's part that Freddie, didn't sign an extension earlier. So maybe there's a little time when he signed this. Maybe he kind of pushed extra hard with the pen.
Yeah. I wonder what the 95 does stand for.
I'm guessing it's like it's got to be it's the year they won the World Series. I don't. Maybe it was a patch they wore in '96.
A patch that had, yeah.
So we'll see. Sadly, we just know that the Freeman patch is not one he wore in 2022.
Hey.
But it's a really, really cool card.
This is a question way above our pay grade, Abel. Neither Chris or I have meta glasses. Maybe we can ask Phil something about this, or Teapot. Maybe we could get market movers installed on meta glasses.
That's a really interesting idea. I mean, obviously the technology is there. Yeah, you just walk up to a table, look at it for like 5 seconds, and then it tells you if what you're looking for is
You have
there.
a view of like the Terminator where a whole screen is coming down over your eyes. And
yeah, between Chipper Jones 90 stuff, Maddox 90 stuff, and someone was talking about that Simpsons cards, which I know exist with some pretty cool things on them. There's only so many things we can buy, Jeff.
Yeah. Only so many things we could buy. That'll be written on our tombstones.
Yeah, probably sooner than we expect.
Let's hope not. But
if we don't follow the advice. All right. I've got it queued up, Jeff. I'm ready for our post of the week.
All right, let me get to it.
Blabbin, bounce, slabbin'. Instagram post of the week.
All right, it's going to be a little bit small, but it's the best I can do. That could also be on my tombstone, Jeff. McDoyle Sports posts not one, not two, but three Willie Mays, Hank Aaron dual autos.
This was insane to see this. We're very familiar with the one on the left since our friend Scotty has had several or a couple, multiple.
Yep.
I don't know if he still does, but we're familiar with that one. But these are the only three that exist, right?
That is correct. Yes,
They're both on.
Yeah, just some amazing stuff. Like the history, the fact that these are not stickers. It's awesome. It's just really, really cool stuff. And
can you give us a zoom? Is it possible to zoom in on there at all?
Possible. Let's see what I can do.
Oh, at this time of night, asking for this out of Chris is a lot.
Obviously, the fact that we are flying all over the place should tell you that it's not. No, it got smaller. The more I click on it, Jeff, the smaller it's getting.
Oh boy.
Yep.
All right, maybe just.
Yep, you guys are just gonna have to go to McDoyle.
Go to it yourself.
Yeah.
Go to it yourself. McDoyle rules, says Thick Boy.
Yeah.
And given this post, I would say that's correct. I do want to read a little bit what he says. He says, today's a special post. I pulled some cards out of my vault to look at. I decided to get a group photo. This might be the only photo taken together of the three dual autograph cards of Willie Mays and Hank Aaron. Topps is the only brand that supplied us with dual Mays and Aaron on-card pack-pulled dual autos. We had the original Topps co-signers. We then had a version issued in Topps Museum, numbered out of 15, as well as my favorite and never seen the Topps retired co-signers. It was issued as a...
Yeah, and then it's not letting me scroll down, so we have to get...
All right, well, you guys get the...
Yeah, you guys do this part on your own.
Yeah.
No,
this is asking too much of us.
yeah, I mean, scrolling down, I mean, come on, yeah, oh, there we go, okay.
Oh, how did you? Oh, boy. Oh, now it's even smaller. Out of 25, I've only seen 3 copies, and the others are significantly faded. Ooh. Going into National next week, I thought I'd post something I thought was special and a true grouping for the collectors. Hope to run into some of you next week as I'm going to make a rare show appearance for a couple of days, looking to grade and vault some higher-end pieces. Have a great upcoming weekend. Hopefully a fantastic National. Well said.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, very cool to see these together. Yeah. Yeah. I mean...
Before we go, I do have to show a couple of treasures that I found in the. What did Jeff find in his parents' basement? So,
love it.
I've got this hat. Brewers 1998 spring training from Maryville, Arizona. So I've been wearing this around the house. You love how these 1998 hats fit. I also have a sticker from when they went to the National League. We're taking this thing national. Also, found this, of course, a VHS cassette of Star Wars in French. So, Chris, I'm going to get the VCR out, and since I know how much you like Star Wars, we're going to watch it in French to see if it still holds up.
I have questions, Jeff. Why do you own that? Why did you buy the cassette? Why did you buy it in French?
A couple Star Wars diecast, the Twin Pod Cloud Car and the TIE Fighter diecast. I bought this when I was on a high school trip to France. You see street vendors selling
Oh yeah,
whatever you can find, and I thought this was a good memento, which proves that I've been a nerd for at least 30 years. So
it's good to be able to put a timestamp on it.
yes, yeah.
That is pretty cool. I would wonder, Jeff, if you put that on eBay, how many Star Wars fans would get excited because they've probably never seen a VHS tape of.
I wonder. I haven't looked it on eBay. There's probably 100,000, but in case there isn't, what if this is? Maybe I can get it graded. Why didn't I bring this to the National? They grade VHS tapes, don't they? It's got dust on.
But that's real dust. So don't alter the box.
It's not a bootleg copy. Quick question from Shelley before we go. Anyone have any insight on Willie Mays' 2014 Dynasty? Apparently, these were redemptions, and one is never sold publicly. Very curious if anyone has any info.
Wow, I bet that's a sick card if it exists.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yep, you can let us know. While we're waiting to see if anyone responds, I just want to add one more shout out that I forgot to earlier. A gentleman on Blowout that I have talked to for at least a year. He owns a copy of the Otani Skating Club Chrome Auto. We are frequently chatting with each other about sales that we see and stories of other copies that are out there in the wild. I did not know that he was going to be at the National, and he showed up at our meetup.
He sure did. And you had more things in common than that.
Yeah, it was really fun to chat with that guy. So
Yeah.
Scarlet Knight, his name on Blowout. Look for his post in the Otani forum. And really cool guy.
Love me some Jeff Cirillo. Look at this logo sticker I have from the closet. And 7, I do have to say, my kids know what a VHS tape was because I've been showing them VHS tapes. I showed them the original Star Wars, which the original versions for a long time were only available on VHS.
Yep.
Plus some He-Man and the occasional Voltron. So
Yeah.
they know.
Oh, yeah. Piscataway Mike, that was you. Thank you. That was great. It's always good to meet other people from New Jersey as well.
And then you picked up the James Gandolfini auto that we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice. Well, that's pretty good. Hey,
All right,
pretty
everybody.
successful weekend.
Thanks for joining us on this Sunday night edition of Blabbin' About Slabbin'. It was a lot of fun going to the show. Like I said, the best part for me was meeting the people and just seeing the nostalgia in the room and getting to experience it. The cards were great, but meeting the people was the best. So thanks. We feel like we have the best chat out there. Makes our usually our Thursday nights go a lot quicker, and so we look forward to seeing you again on Thursdays coming up. Anything want to say?
You said it all. SSP Thursday this week. Looking forward to it. Actually, I got some cards to post now.
Is it SSP Thursday already? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it'll be this week. And I think you have something really fun. I think. Unless I'm just.
Is it the one I was supposed to post last time and didn't post?
That's the one. Yeah.
All right. I'll dig it up. I'll be home by then. So thanks everybody for joining us. We're going to try to get out another edition of SSP Sales of the Week this week. So stay tuned for that. We'll try to get that up Tuesday. And we should have our spitball and recap as long as Teapot. Well, I think Teapot's still incognito traveling, but
Yeah.
we should have the rest of us there to record tomorrow. But
Yeah, there's a couple big SSPs ending on Fanatics Collect tonight. I got notices I was outbid on both of them, so that's a shame.
and they're still going.
I think they're done.
Yeah.
But I'm going to leave you in suspense. We'll talk about them. Oh, boy. Man, that's crazy. All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah, we'll talk about them. So please stay tuned for that. Thanks for all the feedback on that series. Chris has done a lot of work putting that together, so it's nice to know that it's appreciated. All right, give your parents a hug. It's nice. I'm with my parents this weekend, and it's a fun time to be home. So I really appreciate it. If they're still around, give them a hug. Go hug your dogs, including the 3 that you're watching, Chris.
I hope they're still alive. It's been 2 hours.
They didn't get into your PSA supply.
No, I have them. I put them in a crate with some treats. They're separated, so it should be fine.
It should be good. All right, famous last words. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll be back for Thursday. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. Hope you had a good time at the National. Let us know in the comments what you picked up, if you picked anything up, and we'll see you soon.